in America, they're average to middle class. But if you go to a foreign country, say like a Colombia, and say you retired from the post office, right? Just say you retired from 20 years at the post office, right? That would go against these 21-year-old guys. But let's go with the guy who retires at the post office. He's not even military. He did 20 years, he retired. He gets his social, well, he wouldn't get social security, he gets his retirement. That's about $4,000. You take that $4,000, you go to a foreign country, you're no longer middle class. Now you're upper middle class. You're not necessarily up there with the money, but you can live really good, especially if you tend to deal with the lower class or the lower tier. If you're the type of person where you don't have no problem dealing with lower tier, and you sitting up here, you upper middle class, you're going to be able to live and do things most people can't do. Unfortunately, women, if you don't know how to control yourself, it's really no different than alcohol. If you can't control yourself around alcohol, what's going to happen? Right? Same thing with women. They become a vice. And it can destroy you. And you see this with, you come on these YouTubes and these dudes champion this stuff. They champion it without responsibility. What about the responsibility and accountability of sending someone over to those places who might have ill intentions? What if they're not even ready for that? What if they're not used to being around women like that? You know, Floyd was being financed. People were sending him money. They were encouraging his behavior. They were encouraging this man's bad behavior. They were paying him money to go overseas and do content for them so they could watch. And it was disrespectful content. It was harassment. It was a guy who didn't have any money. Who, you think that's what those women are looking for? Do you really think the women overseas, I don't care where you go to Haiti, where they eat mud pies. You think those women are looking for men with no means? They have no type of wealth. You think that's who those women want to sleep with? You think they want to make babies with men of no means? But because you see it on a YouTube, or you get told because of a YouTube, you can get some cash apps, they make it possible. But look at how it's coming out. Look at how it affects you. Look at how it impacts you in the long run. It becomes detrimental. And you say, where's the next Floyd? Where's the next Floyd? It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. He concealed his true intentions. He went overseas, and then he had opportunity. It's probably what he wanted to do from the beginning. From the first time he stepped foot, he wanted to do this. He wanted to get access to those people so he could do those things to them. And then he was recording that stuff. And we're still trying to find out. He was sending that stuff. He was sending that stuff back. He was sending his crimes, his horrible crimes back. And are guys still being encouraged to do like Floyd? You got to think about it. You 18, 19, hey, go overseas. We'll support you via Cash App and go flirt with the women. And you're not used to women. Here in America, you've never had a real relationship of any value, of any length, or any value. Here in America, you've never had a relationship. You go overseas and now people are sending you money and you got more money. You jump on a dating app and now you're going to Tinder. And you're giving these women money, more money than they can make in 2 months. and it's bending you, it's changing you, and it's sending you down. It's sending you down the wrong way, and we see this with Floyd. He said, "Platt, the Richardson topic." I have no idea what you mean on that, brother. We're off the Richardson topic. That stopped. Yeah, that stopped, brother. Like the stream, brother. Deviants created Floyd, man. Cats got into his ear. Cats gassed his head up. He went over there, got into some shit, and look at him now. And there's other people going to follow in his footsteps. Other people who are going to hop into the Passport Bro movement, and they're going to have ill intentions. And they're going to cause more harm to the black community, more harm to that movement. And Floyd would fall. Floyd, I think what's Floyd, 31? He would be Gen Z, right? We just talked about Sha'Carri, right? Floyd would be Gen Z. Floyd would fall right in that same classification. These people don't believe in the rules. These people have no desire to be in the rules. Check it out. We got a video. We're going to play this video, man. Y'all stay with me now. Here we go. Come over here. Over here. Here we go.
I don't know how much.
Fair use, fair use, fair use. We're talking about men encouraging men to go overseas, knowing these men are immature, knowing these men are incapable of following any rules. Fair use, fair use.
I'll keep you up, but I'll show you at the register. So we are here at Port of Dubai right now. I finally bought, as I showed you earlier, I finally bought some swimming trunks and flip-flops after 2 weeks of being out here. 3 weeks of being in Brazil, actually almost a month. But we got Fred and we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil. And that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come.
That's not what the Brazilian women or any women, they don't want dudes who are dusty to come to their countries. Those women are looking for husbands. They're looking for a man who can help them, lift them up, take them to a country like America, and they can achieve the goals that they dream about, and they can help their family. They're not looking for dusty niggas to come over there and be creeps. You see what I'm saying? But they encourage this type of behavior.
In Brazil, actually almost a month. But we got Fred and we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come out here. Now, Floyd came out here with nowhere to stay. So
that's a red flag right there, brother. You're not his father. And are those women looking for men who come from America with nowhere to stay, with no clothes, no change of clothes? Are those women, if you just think about it, a woman in Brazil, Colombia, a woman on Tinder over there, is she putting up a profile so that she can date a black American man who doesn't have shirts and shoes and change of clothes, no toothbrush? But this is how they present this stuff to these young guys. These young guys think that. I said, man, no, that ain't how you do it. So, man, you don't go over there like that, man. You gotta. That's a whole world over there, man. But these guys don't care. Why? It's easier, man. I can be irresponsible. I'll get paid the cash app. They'll take care of me. I can go over there and do all of this debauchery.
We got to work on him getting him an Airbnb or a hotel. That was a bold move he took right there. Floyd didn't bring no clothes either, so we're gonna have to take him to the mall and get him some gear and cut his hair up too. I need to give him a haircut too. We're gonna get Floyd all the way together.
Floyd was looking short bus that whole stream. Look at that. Look at Floyd. He looked on the spectrum the whole time.
Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil. And that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired them to come out here.
Yeah, you hear that? He said, I inspired him. Auston, you said you inspired him to come out there. You proud of that, Auston?
Now, Floyd came out here with nowhere to stay. So we got to work on him getting him an Airbnb or a hotel. That was a bold move he took right there. Floyd didn't bring no clothes either, so we're gonna have to take him to the mall and get him some gear and cut his hair up too. I need to give him a haircut too. We're gonna get Floyd all the way together.
So the Tinder, I get matches on Tinder, but the thing is, it goes nowhere. It literally goes nowhere. They're too hesitant to meet me. So honestly, with the information that I'm perceiving with my own eyes and what I'm experiencing, I booked my ticket out for tomorrow, bro. I'm leaving. I'm going back to Brazil. I'm going to Rio. But I can't. I can't stay in the country when I feel like my life's in danger. When I start feeling like my life's in danger, someone's out to get me, I'm in overdrive. I haven't even left my apartment yet. But I'm not cold approaching no woman, bro.
Going overseas isn't about cold approaching women. It's about changing your entire life. It's about adjusting to that society, not them adjusting to you. This man never had the right idea. He never had the only thing he saw was opportunity. That's all he saw. Opportunity to hop on top of some women because he couldn't do it here. And it was pushed. And are they creating more Floyds? I'm saying, are they creating more Floyds? Are they creating more Floyds? You have to ask that question. Now look at this dude.
I can't take that risk. When a woman runs away from you, it's a bad sign. It's time to get the fuck up out of there. There ain't no. I don't care why she's running, bro. If you gotta run away from me when I've done nothing to you, and all I've done was I pull up a translator to talk to you.
Why would that woman want to talk to a man with a device in his hands? Well, maybe she wants to date the locals. You see the entitlement here? I pull out a translator. Maybe she don't want to talk to someone who has to use a translator.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving, and I'm going straight to Brazil, where I have women literally waiting on me to see me.
You hear that? Back to Brazil. You hear that?
There's just no way.
Quiet! Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hand on the board.
I got these glasses for a reason.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. That man's got on glasses that allow him to record again when people don't know those are recording glasses. And how many people saw the writing on the wall? Some did. We're going to show you where one guy did. He sent him a super chat. Some people saw the writing on the wall, but come on, man. How many people looked at this content and you couldn't see that something else was going on? Yeah, it's pretty obvious other things were going on, man. Look at this dude, man. He's telling the world he's got on some hidden spy glasses.
There ain't no way. I don't care why she's running, bro. If you gotta run away from me when I've done nothing to you, and all I've done was I pull up a translator to talk to you, that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign. I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving, and I'm going straight to Brazil, where I have women literally waiting on me to see me. There's just no way.
Quiet! Put your hands on the floor. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hands on the floor.
I got these glasses for a reason. I got these glasses for a reason. They record. Yes, they record. So you're gonna make a lie about me. Go ahead. I got this right here. So they record and they're pretty good. I mean, they're not the best quality. They're like low grade.
What man that you know walks around with spy glasses on? And why? No, I'm serious. Why do I need a pair of spy glasses?
7 high grade 480p, but you can see they're not good in the dark though. I'm telling you that much. If it's dark out, they will not work. So.
Quiet! Put your hands on the floor. Yeah, that's it.
You get a complimentary police invasion once you buy those glasses. Once you purchase those glasses,
They're not good in the dark though. I'm telling you that much. If it's dark out, they will not work. So.
Quiet! Put your hands on the floor. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hands on the floor.
You've broken a social one. And so she's sending out a
first fair use. Jason Black went in on him over a year ago. And we're going to take a look at that. Fair use.
dog whistle. Hey, down here in Brazil, these passport bros are coming down here and they gonna take all your women. Do you really want to let all these black males coming from all over the world, all over America, and they're going to come down here and lay on top of all and spoil all of your women? They're coming down here specifically to target your women. And the young naive kid didn't get it, didn't understand.
He warned Auston.
Now he's in a bind. By the way, everyone, what no one can say is that I didn't warn him. Nobody can say I didn't warn him. I tried to warn the young kid. I tried to tell him he was going to tell me what he knew. He was going to tell me and reassure me, hey, don't worry, Pops. I got this. I know what I'm doing. I got a handle on it. Dude, that's it. You went viral for the worst damn thing. Now he acting like Will Smith. He's like, look here. If I eat some roaches and lower myself to the level of a bug, will that please y'all? Hell no.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw him after that Brazilian thing. He was out eating roaches, trying to show people that he's a traveler. I saw that because I didn't get it, man. He ate a grasshopper or something. He ate something on there. All of a sudden, he started talking about he's a traveler after they ran him up out of Brazil.
No, it won't please him. Dude, you think you're sitting up here making yourself prostrate? Man, that doesn't matter to them. That's it. You blew your cover. You blew your cover. It's not the Brazilian women who are the problem. It's the Brazilian men, particularly in the government. You done let them know we down here to take your women's. We down here to grab all your women's. You told us it was all good. It was all easy. It was all sweet. And now they letting you know, oh no, ain't nothing sweet about this. Ain't nothing sweet about this. We ain't gonna have it. Not at all. They're out here trying to define their manhood by their ability to bed women, and they got suckered into the trap easier than anybody. These
Suckered into the trap. See, what a lot of guys don't understand, the internet can prey on you. There are guys out here set up. They know you're young. They know you're stupid. You got a little bit of money. They'll promise you, hey, go overseas and you can live your dreams. And then you get over there and you realize it's really not much different. And if you're not careful, you may wind up going to a prison over there. They just put a brother in a Filipino prison. He was out picking up women off Tinder, meeting them in the bar. He ran into one particular woman. She didn't like him. When she got to the bar, she told him she didn't like him. He thought that he could do her like he was doing other women, and there was a fight. She got harmed. His ass is arrested. He's looking at 12 years. And I can show you a picture of him. He's pretty known. He's on TikTok. He goes over there and starts fights and, so he can get content. He's in prison now. He came back to America for a while, like 2 weeks, and he got back. He managed to go right back to he went right back to Thailand and the Philippines, because you know what? He can't do that in America. He can't randomly harass women in America without paying a price for it. So he wants to go over there. He wants to get a Tinder profile and then prey on the women with lies about he's American, he's looking for this, he's looking for that, when he's just looking for a one-night stand. Yeah, and he's online. He puts that content out, and that's why they're YouTube and all those countries are shutting down a lot of those channels. He puts it online like he's some type of guy who can get women. That's the thing. I was like, so this gives Negroes like a foot up, because in America they can't keep up with the alpha males. Alpha males are destroying them. But if they can go over there, they can play their video games, they can read their comic books. And they can indulge in pay for play. And they also get to beat their chest because they can record it and then turn around and post it. And they'll be touted by the Negroes here talking about he's a passport bro. And then when you look at Auston Holleman, where he walked down that street and that guy ran his ass up the street. And people say he was filming for the deviants who wanted him to film in those places.
These are damn me rookie greenhorn amateur mistakes, dude. These are amateur mistakes. These are young fellows who obviously don't have any competent men in their lives to even give them the basics of, hey man, you can't move like this anywhere else. So, and I know what's happening. You know, this whole passport bros thing is kicked off by a bunch of old veterans, first of all. These are a bunch of dudes who they pensions came in, but they ain't really making no real big money, but they have a stable source of income. So they're getting pensions from the military and they've traveled to other places. So you're dealing with dudes who they went traveling around the world on Uncle Sam's dime. Now that they're retired, old, washed up, toothless lions from the military, they're used to going to places like Thailand and Japan and the South Pacific and Afghanistan and the Middle East. So you're a 22-year-old fellow who doesn't have the dearth of experience that these guys, the breadth of experience these guys do. And so you're letting a bunch of fellows who are a lot more seasoned, a lot more experienced, and dealing with a different situation, and they know how to move different. Well, Jason, how do you know? Them old cats ain't putting up no damn videos, shoving a microphone in them Brazilian women's faces, talking about, would you go home with me? Them old cats ain't doing that. Them old cats ain't putting the old cats who done suckered they dumbasses into this. Them old cats ain't putting up no videos talking about, hey, talking about doing sex tricks and you want to go back to my place. Them old cats ain't doing that. This shows you just how silly and cornball he is and their group is. Y'all ain't even moving like the old dudes who enticed you to come down there. You ain't even moving like them. That's why they all sitting down there laying low till the heat dies down some, and you got to break out of the country.
Yeah, and
I'll let you have the last word.
And they used Auston or whatever. I mean, we know he ain't I don't know what he is, and he's not under an indictment, right? You know, or whatever. I'm not saying that, but they used guys like Auston and Floyd to try to reset the brand and the image of a traveler. They didn't want to go with the older guy. They wanted to try to go with the younger guy. And they used it also for their channels, to get more hits and views and stuff. They exploited him. But I'm saying I always knew they were doing that. I always knew that. I said they was treating that dude like a prostitute. I said that dude, he's nothing more. They dangle him out there. They used him in a lot of ways. Used him to aggravate black women. They used him. He a young dude, put a new face on what the Passport Bros is, and he, I don't even think he does it anymore. I mean, he's in the other stuff or whatever. He's talking about Kenya, and then there was a conflict because he likes black women. And a lot of these Negroes, they don't like black women, and then you turn around in the Floyd. I don't even know the Floyd thing. Maybe there's more to that with the Floyd thing, but they attached him to Auston with no clothes and all of that. And who flies with no clothes? And then he said he demanded that his chat send him money. I remember sometimes he would be behind, he would block the screen and he would demand they send him money. And they would send him the money. So to some degree, they're just as guilty because they funded him. When he was doing all these bad things, they were funding him.
No, that's a fact.
You're really risking your life going. And I'm glad you're making that point, is they're sending back pictures to unsuspecting individuals. That's why I said during the last program, Veneers is in his 30s talking to Auston, who's in his early 20s. So the guy in his early 20s is being misled by a fella in his 30s, and then they go pop up in the place and they're not going to find out how bad it really is and how it really is till after they get there. And even then, they're probably telling themselves, oh, well, I'm from America. I might be from a tough part of DC or Houston. I can handle that. Dude, you got a whole nation against you. You can't handle a damn thing going on in Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Chile. You can't handle none of that.
Yeah, one last thing before I go. Why the day of reckoning is coming for the Passport Bros? Because they have managed to piss off the two sides. You have like the nationalist, more conservative side, very angry that foreigners are coming, and yes, foreigners that are black. And then they have managed to create this like unholy alliance between that group and the liberal feminists that are pissed off that men are there, looking for easy women. So like, when you have the two sides of the political spectrum united against you, like it's over. The whole thing, I guarantee you that it's going to expand. I guarantee you that these guys are going to show up in more articles and they're going to be waiting for them. So whoever's the unlucky dumbass that's going to walk in there, they're going to make an example of somebody there. They're going
to make an example out of somebody.
You're going to see it's coming. I wanted to say something like this last time, and it happened, but no, not this time. I can make that prediction easily. You're gonna see some people ending up in jail over there. You're gonna see.
Quiet. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hands on the floor.
To the Colombian National Police, there are so much evidence of you engaging in inappropriate behavior with M's. Well, you can go ahead and do that, and we'll see. We'll see how that works for Sheen James. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out for you. False claims, but you have the right to report whatever you want. You can report anything you want, Rasheem James. To the Colombian National Police, there are so much evidence of you engaging in inappropriate behavior with M's. Well, you can go ahead and do that, and we'll see. We'll see how that works for Sheen James. We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out for you. False claims, but you have the right to report whatever you want. You can report anything you want, Rasheem James.
Quiet. Throw your hands on the floor. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hands on the floor.
That's what you got, man. Hold up, here we go. Got another one right here. Fair use.
Hello, everyone. And we are here in Bogota in one favela on a tour. I'm sorry, these vlogs maybe be boring, but tonight we're gonna make it good. We're gonna go out, we're gonna see if we can find some parties, some girls. We make it on Ronaldinho.
And you wanna make this vlog because we promise you guys like 3 vlogs a week. And if you don't vlog, you guys gonna wait for like 1 week then to meet Roberto and make.
He was red flagged, was not welcome there. You know, I'm noticing more and more where people are just tired of foreigners, right? And of course, along with that, if you're a popular YouTuber and you're doing crazy content, you got Thailand who's kicking people out. And now Roberto, I would say he's got to watch himself going back into Thailand. Now, Colombia did make him buy a plane ticket all the way to Sweden. Guys, even if you go through another country or you've been living abroad, when you're getting deported from a country, they usually tell you to go back to the country that's on your passport. Now, to Brazil, this is because
they're meeting guys right now at the airport, and they're going through guys' visas, and they're deporting guys. They're also looking at guys' content. They're looking at their social media content. If they look at that content and they see some things similar to what Floyd was doing, if they see things that are similar to men basically exploiting women, they're getting rid of those guys. They're sending them back home.
Because when they're deporting you, the authorities will keep your passport. They'll put you on a plane, make you pay for the ticket after how many hours of detaining you, if you could afford it, right? They've been cracking down on people who they believe are, you know, ex-tourists who are passport bro types who are just going there to have fun with the ladies. Roberto, of course, has a huge channel known for that, where, you know, for years, that's how he built his channel. You know, hey, I'm talking to this girl, I'm dating that girl, I woke up next to this girl, right? So to me, he was low-hanging easy fruit as a passport bro and YouTuber who does annoying type and dating type content for Colombia to easily say, nope, I'm deporting you, no entrance, right? So they detained him for about 5 hours, put him on a plane, where they made him buy the ticket for, all the way to Sweden, where he's from. However, what they did was, somebody just asked if Roberto got deported out of Brazil. Now, he was trying to go from Brazil into Colombia. For people who watch his channel more recently, he has been saying that, you know, he would go over to Colombia and do content. And he attempted to. They detained him, deported him out of Colombia. He had to buy a ticket to Sweden. They flew the flight from Colombia into Brazil. Now, what will typically happen, the Brazil authorities would have held on to his passport. Then they would have given that passport over to the Brazilian authorities, right? Where it is most likely Sao Paulo. You would have international flights all over the world. And that would have, you know, you would have to then boarded that flight all the way to Sweden. I don't think they would have allowed him to just enter back into Brazil after he had to buy a Sweden ticket with the Brazilian authorities holding his passport, and then just allowed him to stay in Brazil. Now, he is kind of stationed in Thailand. With Thailand doing the crackdown, you got to.
Guy had a restaurant, and he was putting up questionable YouTube content. They came in and they deporting him now. Say he had 500,000 subs, they're deporting him. Yeah, they're cracking down on this, man. They don't want to see this anymore. They don't want men coming into their countries and then uploading all of this content where they're messing with the women. You got a guy, he's got on some spy glasses, and you wonder why he's sleeping in a Brazilian prison right now. He's on YouTube showing everybody he has spy glasses that he's going to use when he deals with the foreigners. Tape them against their will, upload that, and sell the content.
Wonder. They didn't give him a reason in Colombia. They just said he was red flagged, was not welcome there. Am I shocked and surprised about that? Absolutely not. Even if he wasn't really a YouTuber, I think he probably is the type of guy that would have been flagged as one of these, you know, hey, man, this guy is just in here doing craziness, messing with the ladies, etc. He was red flagged, was not welcome there. He was red flagged, was not welcome there. He was red flagged, was not welcome there.
What's up with your Hutch?
What up, Platt? Man, we
What's
at
up?
it again. Got these brothers over here, man, going overseas, fronting like they're traveling when they're really just looking for pliable women to take advantage of. And it's
Why is it
and-
so
and-
important?
and-
Why is it so important to take advantage of your woman? Like, am I missing something?
Yeah, no, I don't think you're missing something. I think there's something missing in some of these fellas. You know, I'm noticing like that it's intermingled with some of the red pill managed fear type groups. Is a group of men that don't want women to have free will. You know, they're looking for bed winches. You know, it's like I don't
They
know.
don't want
Man.
their
It's weird
they
to
don't
me.
want. They
It's
don't
like, I
want
mean,
just a
who
woman.
wants to?
No, I'm saying they don't want just a woman. They want like a slave, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that. I hear a lot of that. You know,
Okay,
it's like
can
they
you help me?
call it
Why
being
do they want
submissive.
slaves? Though I'm just saying. Okay, let me ask you, Hutch. Hutch, do you want a slave?
No, I
Okay,
don't.
why do they want
I don't
slaves?
want.
Am I missing something? Why do they want a slave? Is
Man,
it to make back with the rejections over time? Is that it? They're trying to say, hey, women did me wrong for a long time. So I'm wait a minute, I'm finna do them wrong, try to get back, right? So, or if there's like, hey, the guy in my neighborhood who had a bunch of women, he dogged his women out. I want to be like him. I want to dog the women who deal with me out. I can't do it in America, but I'm gonna go overseas and do it. They're like that.
You know, but yeah, I think that's part of it. But I think it's even worse. So see, like, you know, when the guys was dogging the chick out, the chick could choose to leave. She volunteered to stay. Like these guys, they want a whole nother level. They want a chick that can't leave.
Why do they want this? Is it because they haven't experienced women or what?
I think it's a slight sickness, brother. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think it's something. It's something wrong.
Yeah, what man
it's a
wants
form
to
of
be
sexual deviancy.
Yeah, but what man wants to come home to a woman who basically can't do anything but serve him? And she can't do anything else. Is that your ideal of would that fulfill the role of relationships in America or not?
I don't think there's any fulfillment in forcing someone to try to love you. There's nothing fulfilling about that at all. Now what I will say is very similar. That I question it when I see a lot of brothers trying to do this too. It's very similar to what our ancestors had to deal with while we were being oppressed. So maybe it's more of a power thing. You know what I'm saying? It's they want to have absolute power, domination. You know, maybe that's more the obsession, more so than. But then they have this fetish, this sexual fetish.
Yeah, I got you. So they want to be. So when you deal with the whole go to Brazil and all of that stuff, it ain't just about women. It's they need to be toxic to the women.
I think
like, okay, they come to America, they're so far behind the 8 ball, they can't be toxic. They got to be, they basically submit and beg and hope, and maybe the woman will fuck with them and they get a girlfriend, maybe, right? But over there, they want to do it from a position where they want to be toxic. They want to be the big man on campus. And they can't do it here. They got to go over there. So they got to go over there, right?
I think it's a certain element of that, brother. Like, but you know, it's like it. But at the same time, you see the softness comes out though still. So it's like they want to be themselves. They want them as themselves to be so dominant that the women just submit to that, and they can still do whatever they want to do. It's like they don't want to elevate, themselves to a more powerful level. They just go where, as they are the more dominant role there. It's kind of weird.
I got you. Go ahead, brother. King of Brooklyn. Go ahead.
What it was, man. How you doing, Platinum?
How long this lasts? Go ahead, King of Brooklyn.
How you doing, Platinum? How you doing, everybody in the panel? When I be on your tour, I be drunk, but I'm calm and cool now. When I travel and stuff,
profanity, okay, brother? No profanity.
No, I would never do that. When I travel and stuff, I see the dudes that going overseas. I just watch people. They all out of shape. These people. I got a friend work for transit. He couldn't get no girl. He making $90,000 a year. Wow. He got no game. He's a track work. I'm a track work making transit. They make good money. He couldn't get no girl. I said, why? He couldn't get. He was shy. Like homeboy was saying, these dudes can't get girls in America, so they put down the black woman. So when you go overseas, when I got to the Dominican Republic, I look at the guy. I like to dress up nice and go travel my cologne. The dudes are fat with one suitcase. They out of shape. And somebody saying in your panel, like you were saying, somebody was saying, these dudes don't get girls in America. They have problem with getting girls. So they went to America. They went overseas with all that money and stuff. They get any woman they want. There's a Colombia guy. No, it was a black man worked for the city. He was a passport brother. He was putting tattoo on Colombia on youngins. He got caught. You know how many Americans are in jail right now? Mess with youngins over there because they got rejection in America. They couldn't get the girls they want. So everybody up there yelling, blocking people, what they saying and stuff. Like homeboy was saying, these dudes don't get girls in America. They don't get girls.
Why? Okay, just look. Okay, so I get my woman. I leave America. Women don't like me here. Enough don't. So I get my money together and I go to Brazil. Okay, I'm in Brazil. I finally find women who like me. Why do I have to mistreat those women? I'm confused about that. Why do I want to create the same dynamic? Okay, in America, I see the alpha male, I see the guy, and he mistreats his women, and the women love him, but he mistreats, but the women won't date me. I come over here, there are women who will date me. Why am I going to mistreat them?
Because he felt love when he go over the country. They want to be wanted. Like I was in DR. I spoke to a guy in DR. He was telling me that he what's that guy name? A guy like with a big nose, Germani. He want the ugly dude with the big nose and stuff. I think he's in Medellin with the ugly dude. You two that shut his channel down. They did an interview with him. He asked him, why don't you get girls in America? He said straight out, I couldn't get no girls. He admitted he could, like TMI. TMI says, hey, he mess with hookers. He can't get girls. He fat out of shape.
I'm going to ask you again, brother. Why do they mistreat the women? When they get the women, they can't get them here. Okay, we agree. Why go there? You get the woman. Are you supposed to mistreat your woman? Is that what you want to do? You want to mistreat the woman?
No, when it's mistreat when they go over there, they think the women are poor. They could do what they want to do, but you're in a different country. You cannot do that to a woman in a different country. Mistreat them. Why you gonna go 30,000 miles mistreat a woman? You could stay in America.
Well, do they want to mistreat a woman or do they want a woman? Because I'm confused. They're two different things.
Because two different things.
They can't get the women here, period. So they go overseas to do what? You got a woman. Hey, man, enjoy yourself. Be romantic. Love this woman. She loves you. This is a wonderful opportunity. Why they want to mistreat? I don't get they're mistreating the woman.
They've been abused. They've been abused as a kid. When you be abused as a kid, it could never change your way. I don't care you got $100,000 a year job. You've been abused as a kid. You take that mental statement in your mind to another country. You can never change mental state of mind if you oversee because you're mental. If you got abused 30 years ago as a kid, how you gonna change? Money can't change you. You need counseling.
Yeah, you're right. No, I think you hit the nail on the head right there, brother. They've been abused. And they don't really want a woman. They want somebody they can abuse.
But you know what I seen what worse? They took the video down. It was a 60-year-old man. He's retired. I know he's a retired man. He got money. He went to DR. You saw that video? He choked the mango and beat her up. And he was on video because she stole money. You saw that? You saw that video? Mm-mm. He was an old man, retired. He got him. I
got you. I see some. I see him on there. No, they've been shutting it down. Brazil, they arrested a dude, a white dude. He was married to a Filipino. They just arrested him, charged him with dealing with minors over there. A lot of those guys, they go over there. A lot of these guys will do this. This is the thing. They mask their real intentions. We saw that with Floyd. They'll go.
Floyd was a mental case. He was a mental case.
They'll come into a Passport Bro or whatever stream and get on these channels, and they'll join these guys' channels, and they'll even get a woman. They'll get married, but their real intentions is to get at the minors. That's why they're going over there. Period.
Thank you.
We saw that with Floyd. Floyd's real intention was minors. He wasn't really thinking about women over there. That's why he was leaving all the time. And that's why when he's with the Jay Rello guy, he didn't want to be with the women. He wasn't thinking about those women, his real intentions. Now, on that, does Auston know? I don't know. On that, so that clears Auston. I don't know. The authorities got to figure it out.
Like I said before, Auston didn't know. You with this man for many years. But listen, when I go on your power, be yelling and screaming because I just feel sorry for the kids. Them kids are nobody talk about the victims. The victims are suffering. Everybody fight. And I saw this YouTube. This guy was saying on YouTube and stuff, when people shut people down on the YouTube speaking the truth, it's the truth. These people shutting people that Auston didn't know. Auston is a fraud. I don't care what no one say. I'm tired. I got threats. I got shut down. I want to give a shout out to Peso Man and Uncle Rico. They the only put me in the panel. They were trying to shut me down. I speak the truth and stuff. And like I said before, if I die day tomorrow, let's save the children. Let's save the children.
Well, I agree. We all agree with you on that. We'll see how the investigation pans out with Auston.
And I bet you, I want you to be the first one on the video that downfall Auston.
Brother, we'll give you, you support Auston. We'll give Auston the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps he didn't know. He says he didn't. But I am shocked why they need to dominate the women. No, I get that. Right? I get that. Okay, you got 5 women. They listen to you. They do what you tell them to do. They fuck with you. Okay, everybody ain't built like that. Why do dudes want to recreate that? That's what I'm confused because it's like, hey man, have you ever done that before? Is that the type? Is that how you want to treat your women?
I'm
just confused by that.
Hey, Pat. So let me just tell you about Floyd. One thing that kind of raises suspicion is because he was always on the move every time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like he was always on the move, and one aspect that people, like even a year prior to this, when this happened, he got called a PDF, and it was on a super chat. He said, "You are PDF. I'll report you to the Colombian authorities." You remember that live? Mm-hmm. It was a live. Somebody super chatted him because they saw him with
I played it. I don't know if you've seen the video earlier.
Yeah. I seen the video, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube, Google took down his channel, both his channels, because they see how, and that's why, Pat, I came on the panel to explain that don't use the word passport, bro, because now what's being happening is, you know what I'm saying?
I got it.
So it's like,
well, they gotta listen. Hold up, they gotta listen too. So if they don't listen, what you want me to do, brother? And also,
using that word.
Hold up, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell YouTube I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Now, if YouTube don't like it,
you're good. But you just I
gotta talk about this. If they go, you're passport, you must be one. I'm not a passport bro, brother. But if you want to put that on me, I accept that, man.
I'm not putting on you.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about YouTube. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna save somebody's life. You know what? It's somebody out there. They could make a mistake and wind up like Floyd. They're going to listen to me, and you know what? They're not going to go down that rabbit hole. And that's all that matters to me. That one person and the potential victims because of me. So, yeah, it's worth it for me. I'm going to talk about it.
Yo, Buck, I see one thing, Buck. I don't have no problem with you, Buck. I want no problem with you, Buck. Let's save the children. Let's save the children, Buck. Let's save the children, Buck. But I want no problem with you, Buck.
You got to let them finish. Go ahead, Buck.
Now, Pat, what I was trying to say is like this algorithm is a machine, right? It's not a regular human being looking at this. Is a machine that is doing a calculation and is tying the dots, is connecting the data. So that's why it's like that word. I'm not gonna say it no more, okay? That word I just mentioned is basically you using the F word. You see what I'm saying? It's like because YouTube right now, because the Brazilian government labeled and I'm sure in the PB, criminal organization. So what happened is YouTube noticed this, and now they're coming after every. You know what I'm saying? The machine does every kind of calculation, and they're coming after every content creators that call themselves that two words.
I got you.
And I say one thing. Did you hear about NYCD Future? He got kicked out of this. Bug. I don't have no problem with you, Bug. Let's save the children. Let's put all this animosity towards each other. It's about the children, man. I'm tired of yelling, screaming what's going on with your niggas on this phone. Let's save the children.
Brooklyn. That's what we're trying to do, brother.
But NYCD Future got kicked out the apartment. He got kicked out the apartment. The family trusted him. And the young girl went to his apartment and she was underage. They kicked him out because of that. And they asked Future to come to.
They're not playing that no more. You can't do that. You know, the women are.
This what happened. This what happened. This what happened, Platinum. And Lee, everybody was on. There was fun.
You can't go over to these foreign places and deal with these burly legal women. They're not accepting that. They don't want that information, that stuff. You putting it on your YouTube and your Patreon. They're deporting you. They're deporting you. So I don't know. I don't get it. I'm saying if I'm over there and I'm looking for a wife, you find a good woman, a good, healthy woman to have your babies, and you don't like America, you don't like feminism, you don't like the problems, and you are blessed to have a wonderful opportunity. This young woman is ready to be your woman and have your babies. Why don't you have that woman? You achieved your goal.
Thank you.
What are you waiting? Okay, brother, I'm happy for you, brother. Black man, you ain't never coming back to. I got you, brother. What is this? Go over there and be a nuisance to the people there. Go over there and be a problem. I don't get that.
Hey Pat, guess who got denied to Medellin, Colombia? It was a white woman that got denied to Medellin, Colombia, because they looked at her record and she was on the angel list. So a lot of these countries are stepping up.
You got to take an FBI background. You got to take an FBI background before you get to Colombia.
Now they're requiring the FBI background. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're taking a whole. They literally.
Yeah, they're clamping down. They're clamping down, and they're trying to make it uncomfortable for the people who are not there. Say there's a guy, he's planning a trip in August. They're trying to show him, hey, if you want to come here, you're welcome. But if you're coming over here,
the children alone.
Yeah, on some other stuff, we waiting on you. That's what they're saying. They're flagging.
No. You don't understand, partner. You know, I don't understand. All them beautiful women
of Brooklyn. The only person who keeps bringing up that stuff is you, brother. Okay, we know about the minor thing. We don't need to be told that every 5 seconds.
You keep repeating yourself, man. I know we get it. We get it. Yeah, we get it.
Go ahead, Mel. Go ahead, Mel.
So thank you very much. Happy Friday, everyone. Like the stream. Be sure to like the stream. Donate if you can, and I know you can. Anyway, getting into this topic, I put something in the back chat. I don't know if you observed it, explaining why there are those. I'm not just going to isolate men. There are those that practice a defense mechanism, which leads to abusing others. That's in the back chat. It's just a simple explanation. So with that being said, let's flash forward into why some women may reject men. There is this tone that a woman will pick. Let's say a woman is looking to choose a particular type of man for her future. What that doesn't entail, it's not just about looks, contrary to popular belief. It's not just about looks. It's about competence. Okay. And when a man is stepping over his words, I'm not saying he has a stutter. I'm talking about somebody that literally, authentically, with evidence in the conversation, cannot communicate properly. That woman is not going to have confidence in you. And that's why a lot of women reject certain men. Like, it's like, I got everything going for me. I make $500,000 a year and I got this going on and that going on. It's like, your communication tells me that you can't make it out of a situation when the time calls for it. And so they go overseas where these women overseas, they're going to accept everything that's incompetent about you socially. And that's why I don't know if passport, like, are we allowed to say passport bros? I would say that is the attraction that passport bros have. I want to be accepted unconditionally with my flaws and communication. Like, I got money, okay? She ain't got to worry about that. I got money. But as far as the abuse, the abusive people, those are people, as I would agree with the brother that mentioned earlier, that they were damaged in their childhood. Hurt people will hurt people. So I agree with the brother that made that statement previously. Hurt people will hurt people.
I think that flies under the radar. I think YouTube, you got social media, and you do have dudes who've experienced some unfortunate things, and then they see an opportunity. They say, well, I can't get women the way I want women in America, but I'll go to this foreign land, and then I can use my money and my citizenship to get things the way I want, which also shows that maybe, hey, the guy in your neighborhood, your uncle, maybe your uncle was a dumbass. Maybe the guy in your neighborhood who had all the women, maybe he was a dumbass. Why would I go over there? Why don't you just be, somebody wants you, you want them, have your family, live your life. Why you got to try to recreate what he was there? And I get all the red pill and the alpha male stuff. Maybe you're not an alpha male, maybe you're beta. Floyd's a beta.
Yeah. He's not a smooth talker. Yeah.
Women are not his thing. Okay. Get you a relationship. Go to Brazil, get you a relationship, turn your life over, change, and raise your family and stay in Brazil. Why you can't do that? Why you gotta keep pushing?
I don't understand why brothers aren't taking communication classes so they can become a smooth talker. You be surprised what being a smooth talker will get you in life.
Let her finish. Go ahead, sister.
You'd be surprised what being a smooth talker will get you in life. I'm not understanding why men are in this conundrum of confusion as to why somebody's not accepting me. All you have to do is study communication, become a smooth talker, and you will be able to persuade a woman to see things your way. I promise you that.
Get you some game.
But why you gotta go through? Why you gotta go through all that to go to classes? Just be yourself who you are when you meet a woman. Just be
because it's not working.
Well, life is a class, bro. Like you need to learn how to.
There wouldn't be channels, consoling sorry ass communicating niggas. Excuse my language.
All you have to do is talk to a woman. How you doing, baby?
You know what, Pat? Platinum, I gotta leave because I might get rude.
But sister, I agree with you. Hold on, let me
challenging me, and I know what I'm talking about.
You gotta respect the sister, bro. Hey, can you drop him? You gotta respect the sister. But let me just say, let me add to the sister.
I never said on bad, Buck. I never said on bad, Buck.
But let me just say to the sister, a lot of these dudes, and I'm talking about the guys that go overseas, they don't have communication skills, and they're also socially awkward. These are the same guys, when they talk, they spit it. And a lot of women just pick up on that, and they're like, this dude is like, he's all over the place. And they're like, yo, this dude looks cheesy. He can't talk properly. And it's like, okay, and this is why a lot of them have to go overseas. Because the women here in the States have options. That's the difference. The women here in the States have options. Only dudes who go. Here's the thing. Here's the thing I say always. When you travel for the culture, travel for the views, for the food, the women should be the icing on the cake. That should be the last on your priority list. If you get women, that's good. If you don't get women, then that should be good. You see what I'm saying?
Let them finish.
Can I ask you a question, Buck? You have problem getting women's Buck?
Brooklyn, let them finish. Go ahead, brother.
Now go ahead, Brooklyn. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Buck, you have a problem getting women's, Buck?
Did
Do
you
you
just
have
say
problems getting women?
I don't think
Do
he
you
has any
have problems getting women in America?
You just said women's?
Do you have a problem getting a girl in America, Buck?
I mean, I don't have no problem getting here women here in the States.
You say you don't understand what
So how do you how do you talk about? So why do you go through?
King of Brooklyn. He said he don't know what he said he don't know what that is.
So do you have a problem getting a girl in America, Buck?
Oh, okay, you changed it.
You know
Okay,
what I'm saying?
there you go. Okay, he don't know what a woman.
Do you have a problem
women
getting a
is.
girl in America, Buck? No, I'm talking to
I don't
Buck.
have
You have a problem getting a girl in America, Buck?
Do I sound like I have a problem with it? I just said,
Okay.
let me repeat what
I'm
I just
asking you a
said.
question, Buck. So Buck,
I
you
just
not what you
said,
say, Buck.
hold on. I don't have a problem with getting women here in the States, but I just said the best, if you're American, you better off getting
I'm
an
not talking
American
about
chick
America.
because
We talking about
she
you,
has
Buck.
her
I'm
own
asking you a
income.
question, Buck. I'm asking you a
Hold on.
question, Buck. I'm asking you a question, Buck. Buck, can I ask you a question? No disrespect. How do you look? Is you fat? You out of shape? Or you work out? Or what? How do you look, Buck? No disrespect. How you look, sir?
So now he wants to know about other guys' looks.
No, how you look, Buck? I'm asking you a question, Buck. I'm asking you a question, Buck.
I think he's trying to
I'm asking you a
make a
question,
point,
Buck.
but I don't think
Buck,
he's
calm down, Buck. We
But it does
talking.
sound kind of
Calm
weird.
down, Buck. Calm down, Buck. How you look, Buck?
I'm done.
Buck, I'm asking you a question, Buck. I'm asking you a question, but calm down. Calm down, Buck.
Peace out, man.
See, Buck wanna run. See,
King of
the ones that
Brooklyn,
do that
wow.
talk. No. I asked Buck the question, how do you look? He want to run. Me, I'm brown skin. I'm a bodybuilder. I shape
What
nice.
got to do with
I take
him
care of
though?
my health. I asked Buck, it's how the way you look, how the
Hold
way
up,
you talk. Buck can ask a question, he
does it have to
runs.
do with? But what does
No, you're not
how
listening.
you,
Now listen, how you talk to.
what does how you look have to do with Buck?
Well,
I'm
no,
listening.
I asked Buck how the way he look. Why do he
Oh,
run?
no, I'm saying what do the why? Explain to me why the way you look has anything to do with him. I'm confused.
No, I asked him a question, but why do you run? If you ask me a question, how the way I look, I tell you how the way I look. I say
Okay,
no
he
problem.
didn't,
I'm not good looking.
King of
I'm a good
Brooklyn,
looking guy.
he didn't
Oh,
ask
man.
you that, and you told us. I'm saying, okay, why does that matter to him? I don't know why you
Because it matters to him because he keep talking 30,000 miles away to talk to women, and he online more than he talk to girls. So when I ask Buck a question in a nice way, because he want to shut me down because he run for me, I already know. I asked Buck, how do he look? Is he fat, out of shape? Do he talk too much? Maybe he can't get a woman.
Well, why would
Maybe
that
how the way
matter though to you? What? No,
no,
to you.
it matters. It matters. It's how the way you look, how you talk. Look, hello,
No,
beautiful.
because you're not answering the question. Why would that matter? How you
It
look
matter.
to another
It matter
man?
a whole lot. It's how the way you look,
To
how the way
another
you talk
man?
to a woman.
To
It's how
another
the way you
man.
talk to a woman, how the
I'm
way you
gonna
talk
ask
to.
again because you're not answering the question, King of Brooklyn.
Okay, go
Why
ahead.
would it matter how you look to another man?
No, I asked Buck a question. Don't try to switch the question. I say, Buck.
I'm not switching anything, brother.
I said to Buck, how the way you look. Maybe the girls don't like the way you look. Maybe you out of shape. I just asked a question. Becca asked me how the way I look, how I get to women. I said, I'm a good looking guy.
He never
I'm a
did that.
bodybuilder. That's it. So what is the
He
problem?
never
If
asked
I
how
ask
you
Buck
look.
how the way how he look, but he
I know
run
you
off the
asked
pattern.
him. You asked
That's
him how he
running.
looks, but he never asked you how you looked.
Oh, he got asked me. Ask me anything. I'm real. Ask me anything.
I
I
don't
got
think
nice
he
white
cares.
teeth. He asked me anything. He asked me anything. So why do Buck? Listen, you can ask
I
me
don't know
if I
nothing
do
about
drugs.
Buck. Hey
I can
man,
tell you
look,
I
we
do
trying to
drugs.
figure this thing out. You talking about Buck? I don't know, man.
Cause Buck always run for me. He always. I'm asking you a question.
I have no idea
You
what
ask
that
me.
means, bro.
Why
You
you
know
keep
what,
coming
bro?
at him, man? Just
Come
leave him
on, we
alone,
got to
man.
move
Leave him
on, bro.
alone.
We got to go forward, man.
This
Yeah,
is
whatever
going
you
nowhere,
guys
bro.
got going on, man, keep that off stream, bro.
Keep it the panel or lie. I just asked Buck one question.
Keep it off stream, man. We don't want to hear
check
nothing
this out,
about.
Platt.
Okay,
what
y'all have a
niggas-
good. Y'all,
Hold on, we don't want to hear
this
that. We don't want to hear
y'all
nothing about
take.
how you want to tell niggas how you look and shit like that.
We don't call us that nigga. We call us
Keep
a
that
black
off stream,
man.
bro. Keep that off stream. That's
Wow.
That's your personals.
This is crazy, man. You can't be yourself on here, man.
Go ahead, Mello.
Yeah, I've returned to, as I've mentioned, to behave myself. I'm concerned. This is why I present myself regularly. I'm concerned about men unliking themselves and worse, because of a woman's rejection. It is not necessary for a man to unlike himself and worse because of a woman's rejection. There are people in this world that think, I got to find somebody to quote unquote make me happy. You're supposed to already be happy. And these exchanges of conversations, instructions and videos, it and the reliability of the live stream that you provide, it's giving men hope who would not otherwise have hope. So I apologize for just being angry earlier. It's just that, man, there's some guys out here that are that are oh my God.
Well, the thing is,
they are tripping.
The thing is, Mela, when you go overseas, those women want the same thing the women want here. Now, you can make the
all
debate,
day.
you can make the debate about feminism, how much, etc., and you can make the debate about the way they live. They may live in a grass hut, well, maybe they don't. They live in very, very minimum, environment as opposed to American society. But those women want the same thing. They want a man they can love. They want a man. They don't want to be third on a guy's rotation. They don't. No matter how poor they are, they don't want. You can go to Haiti where they eat mud. We can go right in that village where they eat mud cookies. Go talk to the women there. They don't want a guy. They're the fifth on his rotation. They want a man. They want a man, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm listening to guys, and I'm saying, so what these guys trying to boss up over there? Are they trying to get a woman, or are they trying to go over there and boss up? And then what happens with these guys? They get mad because to real niggas out here, you can't boss up overseas. If you're gonna boss up, you got to do it here in America. You got to be a LA nigga. How many bitches you holding? You got 5. You in LA. You got 5. You in New York. You can't boss up in Brazil, bro. No, because it ain't the same thing. It ain't the same thing. You can't claim that when you in Brazil, when you in Thailand, you bossed up. No, you tricking. And that don't get no love, nigga.
All you gotta do, be yourself with a woman. Just be yourself. That's all. How was your
I
day?
need no love and tricking.
Beautiful. Got you one question. It don't cost money to get a woman. Just be yourself. That's all. Like I said before,
It does actually. There is a cost. It may not. Hold on. It may not be money. Okay. It may not be money, but there is a cost. Okay. There's this thing called controlling oneself. There are men out there that don't know how to control themselves, and they go to Brazil because they're allowed, for the time being, maybe not in the future, but they're allowed to not control themselves.
You gotta understand.
And I think that's what the passport bros are emphasizing. There are places in this world you can go where you're not restricted from your impulses. And but yeah, if you want someone, and when you talk about being yourself, and I'm not specifically referring to you. What I'm emphasizing is that is that man willing to be agreeable to her as she is willing to be agreeable to him? And that's the conundrum. There are men that spout, she got to be on my program. She got to be on my. It's like, women don't work like that. Not women with a sense of liberty. Not women with a sense of liberty. Now, if you want, a press kid.
Mela, there are women who are very compliant to the men that they want. I mean, they just are.
Agreeableness.
Okay. Well, up to the men they want. Now, the problem is if you're not the man they want, you're right, there's going to be conflict. And there might be some exploitation in the sense that even though you're looking at her, where's Mr. Right? You up here talking about Mr. Right. There ain't no Mr. Right. I'm sitting up here trying to be good to you, get to know you, learn about you, listen. Yet you keep talking about Mr. Right who ain't never showed up. So And what a man has to understand is she'll act right for Mr. Right, and that's the thing. Because the dude got to leave her alone, even though she ain't got no man. He got to leave her alone because she don't want to act right.
I got guys that, let's just say, like me, right? And they want to date me. They want to get to know me, and everything you can interpret in between that. What I pick up on, and I just blame this on my age. What I can pick up on is their true intention, whether or not they're looking to control me or hold me. And that's the difference. When you can pick up on whether or not a man wants to hold you versus control you, then you're working with something.
Well,
and that's the difference.
You are an American woman, so I'm saying they can't go overseas. Now, it's the youth. The thing about overseas is most Americans don't have their youth. You have it in the military, but that's a small amount of Americans, because you're talking about less than 2,000. When you're talking about millions of people live there, right? So most of them, when they go to find their wives or their relationships, they're 40s, late 30s, early 40s, 50s, 60s. And the women have to deal with, okay, I'm beautiful and I'm young, but I'll compromise that for this older man because he can provide for me and my family a better opportunity. So I'll date this 55-year-old man, even though I'm 18, in exchange for a wedding. And then there's money being sent back to the family, her siblings. And he offers her a better life. She can go to college and all of that. So without that, though, and this is where you get into the whole passport bro, thing. Without that, what becomes of a passport bro? Because now you got a young man who's really not used to women, who has money. How's he going to react to that exposure to women? Is he going to become a sexual deviant and then want more and more and wind up getting his ass locked up and wind up in a Brazilian prison like Floyd?
I'm glad you said that. It has that impact of getting your way when it comes to sexual exploits. It can have a what they call it, the dopamine effect. Once you get that hit of being totally satisfied, you start chasing, right? And a lot of people, not just men, but people, they get caught up in that hit. They got that dopamine hit where they got everything that they could ever want satisfied in one moment, and they're chasing it and chasing it and chasing it, and they get caught up in it. They really do.
When I was overseas, I told a lot of passport brothers. When I told a lot of passport brothers overseas, when I was overseas, I just asked them a question. I just talked to brothers when I'm at the airport, wherever, Dominican Republic or ever. So I talked to a lot of brothers, and I asked them, what the problem with the women in America? I love black women in America. A lot of brothers are scared of black women because they're educated and they're smart. What's your name? Queen Melody? Miss Melody. It start from home. A lot of dudes was in school, couldn't get no girls. They've been abused as a baby. So they go overseas. They go overseas and they got rejected by beautiful women. They're the woman they in love. They go overseas, find the perfect woman. Oh, that so-called perfect woman. There's no woman perfect, only but God. And like I say, Queen Melody and stuff. Like I said, how you talk to a woman, how you ask a woman a question. I know a friend worked for transit, making $100,000 a year. He couldn't get no woman. I asked him, his rap game was wrong. He go overseas, get women. Be yourself. Be who you are. If you're a security guard, you work at McDonald's. Just tell a woman that. A woman making $90,000 a year and a person making $20,000 a year, he's still a good man. These women looking for people making $100,000 a year, and those are woman beaters. How you talk to women?
There's another thing regarding instant gratification that I want to get in real quick. There is some how can I put this? It takes time, right? And a lot of people don't want to take the time. They want their satisfaction right now. They want their gratification right now. I see it. I want it. I expect my satisfaction right now. And life, depending on the quality of life you're looking for, it doesn't work that way. But that's unfortunate for some people that they want instant gratification.
I
That's
agree
what.
with that, Mella, for
And
sure.
like in New
And
York,
there's
it's
another thing
more.
that goes on though too. Like one of the things I'm seeing when we're talking about these brothers that are going overseas, is that I think when they're here in the States, they have experienced a situation where they are afraid to let that chick go. You know what I'm saying? And when that chick has left them because they weren't getting with his program, it hurt them so bad that they want to go ahead and they want to find a situation where that never happens again, where they're in
He's a
complete
mental case.
control
He's
of
a
that
mental
situation.
case. He's a mental case. That's called mental
Yeah, I
case.
mean, and some and I think that's one part of it though, and it kind of goes into what Mella was saying and what you King of Brooklyn was saying as well too, is that if you want someone to get on your program, for one, you got to be okay that you got to be confident in your program for one.
Thank
And if they
you.
don't want to get on it, then you have to let that person go their own way. And when they don't want to go their own way, they're going to be on your program, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's biggest part of it. But at the same
Yeah,
time, that
they leave
program can't be
somebody that's
driving
not
you in the
agreeable.
ditch. Yeah. Well, I mean, then you have to let them go their own way. That's the whole point, Mella. That's what I'm saying. It's like, but the
Let
problem is
them go. Let go of anybody that's not agreeable. Period. That's what I'm emphasizing. Once you've established a foundation that you both want the greatest for one another, that is building a foundation of agreeableness. It's like, okay, it's already solidified. We want the greatest for one another, and we are joining together. Already happy people in and of ourselves. We're joining together with the understanding that we want the greatest for one another. So we're going to build on that. So that means that you require me to, just yield to you as the authority in this relationship. That's the requirement. And
Mella,
in order for me to be confident in that, I have to have full confidence that you know what you're doing. And that comes across through communication and demonstration and all those other kind of situations that edify me. It's like this. It's like he's asking me to be led by him, but it seems that I'm leading him. What's that about? That's confusion. Like a lot of women are not signing up.
Okay, well, hold on. But why are you dating him?
No, you stop dating him. You stop dating a man that can't teach you nothing.
There you go.
Stop.
See, you have the queen.
A man that can't teach me anything, I have no. Please.
The queen say, the queen was saying platinum. The queen was saying,
brother.
Yeah. Okay, platinum.
Brother. The queen, brother?
She's a queen. Hell, the queen say, the brothers, I'm talking about the queen that was talking. She's a beautiful black queen. The brothers are scared of black queen who are successful in America. They go overseas, go Team Tarlene or Maria or Susie, and they weak women. They scared of beautiful, strong black woman. She is a beautiful black queen, and she told the truth.
I think they do, won't they? But listen, you need to tell that message to the black women because they still stay with niggas who can't teach them nothing. I see it every day.
They stay on channels too.
Yeah.
I don't really see that, but I do see in real life them getting catching the short end of the stick because they deal with men who can't teach them anything. When you look at Sha'Carri Richardson, one of the reasons she is going through what she's going through, her man can't teach her nothing. He's good enough for sex. He's good enough to be with her, but she ain't going to listen to him. And a woman got to understand that's a mistake. You'll pay for that mistake. We get it, independent and all that, but in the long run, you're going to pay for that. And she's paying for it now because she got a bad attitude. And also, he lets her get away with stuff. That's why she can She has this cavalier attitude toward authority because she doesn't respect the man she's with. And I'm not talking about no type of abuse or something. I'm talking about a man who's saying, hey, these are the way things got to go. If not, we can't have a relationship. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, you got to be careful with those ultimatums. It depends on how you present the ultimatum, but ultimatums can work. It just depends on how you present it, you know.
Well, that's how I would present
I don't
it
like the
to her. And
personally.
guess what? Well, how does she benefit for him? He's got to dig her out of prison again. He's out working out. He's on the track field. He don't have no time to come and dig fucking Sha'Carri out of jail every fucking other couple of months.
Yeah, you got to tell her that. You got to tell her that. It's like, look, I got better around the corner. Why am I suffering with you? And that goes for anybody. I got better around the corner.
When it says,
why am I suffering with you?
You know your girl's in Florida, and then you get a phone call, Fulton County Jail, Florida prison. You just look at it and you don't take the call. And you say, let her ass stay there for 3 days. Maybe she'll learn. Then you pick up.
And say what? I mean, why pick up?
You ready to come out? You ready to come out?
Hey,
but you know she's not going to behave herself. So what's the point?
Well, then you're right. Just let you got to move on.
Well, what you answering the call for when you know that they stuck on stupid? What's the point?
You're right.
Hey, I bet Sha'Carri probably made a couple passport bros, especially when she probably ditched her last man for that chick she was dealing with. Probably broke dude heart.
Everybody gotta. It seems to me that it's important to understand what's the point when you really want to be serious with somebody. Examine what's the point. And if those points are not meeting, then you're wasting your time. And time is too valuable to waste.
I agree with that. Hey, you know what, Mela? I was listening to what you were saying too. Now the other thing, though, I wanted to add on to it when you're talking about like brothers that they got to have their stuff together, you know, and lead. That doesn't mean that you abandon all the goals and dreams and aspiration of the woman that you with as well too. You got to take some of that into consideration as well too, man.
No, she can't do that. How you tell a man got to get his stuff together and he's 40 years old, he ain't got his shit together, he should bring it. She's smart. She ain't gonna let no man bring her down. If you making $100,000 a year job and a nigga making $20,000 a year, he should have been had his shit together. She's smart. I know a lot of nurses and doctors, black women are single because they ain't let no black man bring them down. She's a smart woman. Who gonna fuck with a bum ass nigga? She's a smart woman. She ain't gonna bring nobody down. You can't mess somebody with a bum ass nigga. She's smart.
Nobody say that she was messing with a bum.
The chat, hold up, King. The chat. Oh man, the chat box, bro.
I don't care about you. The lady is smart.
The chat box saying that they thinking that you're a little bit zesty, brother. That's what they saying in the chat box.
Well, they kiss my zest.
No, he's heterosexual. I can hear it in his voice. He's heterosexual.
Flat you out, man. Now, why would you do that?
They just trying to distract him from his
Listen, I'm asking you a question, Queen.
The chat room is evil. It's always been evil. They trying to distract you, brother. Don't be
Right.
discouraged.
The queen is right. She's a successful black woman. Why you gonna mess with somebody who making $20,000 a year job? If you 29, 25, you should have got your shit together. She's smart.
Who told her to do that?
No, I'm just saying.
Who told her to do that, brother?
I never say that. I'm saying all these black, especially in New York, I say why these black women are single who making doctors and nurses. They smart. Why you mess with somebody who ain't got shit and don't want shit, ain't shit. So you mess with somebody got a big.
For controversial sake, you know, in the interest of controversy, let's examine why they're accusing you of being zesty, if you don't mind. What would you say?
Wait, well, hold up, Melon. What about how he sounds?
That's what I was getting to, Platinum. What would you say that would cause people to perceive that about you? Can you elaborate?
I don't
Like,
know.
if you could step outside of yourself,
Ignore the cat. I mean the chat box, like you said. Just
if you could step outside of yourself, listening to yourself, do you think that the chat room has a reason to make this conclusion?
Do the chat people pay my rent?
Like, can you objectively examine yourself and say, I can see why they think that?
No. I'm just real. I'm outspoken. Do the chat people pay my rent? Do they pay my bill? I go to work every day.
That ain't got nothing to do with zest, brother. Let's talk about zest. Okay, let's talk about zest. Because if you have inflections in your cadence of speaking that would indicate to observers there's something zesty about this brother, can you expound or rather edify us as to why somebody would think that? Like, have you listened to yourself? Have you played back yourself on the live stream and said, "Oh, that sounds zesty"? Like, have you done some shit like that?
I never did like that. When you're dead and gone, people still
want
talk
to
about
play.
you.
Yeah, you might want to listen to yourself.
Mella, we got it. We moved on from that.
When you're dead and gone, people gonna still talk about you dead and gone. People gonna still talk about you dead and gone. You can call me any kind of name. Hey, do you pay my rent? Do you take care of my bills? I don't care what. I'm taking up for you, Queen. You taking me? I'm taking up for you.
It's not about you taking up for me. As a matter of fact,
go ahead, JR. Go ahead, JR. Go ahead, JR.
I specifically said you're heterosexual.
Go ahead,
in my
JR.
view.
Go ahead, JR.
What's up? What's up, Platt? Hey, shout out to Mella, man. Mella, you wild. Don't do that, Mella.
Come on, man.
But
Come
hey,
on,
Platt,
let's keep going.
Platt, what I will say, man, look, I hopped on because of something you said, man. One of the realest things I heard you say about how a man should be able to lead his woman. And you mentioned Sha'Carri Richardson and the guy, right? I forget his name. Cole, I think his last name is Coleman. Christian Coleman. Yeah. You know what's crazy? So, right, I see the video. You played it earlier. She got arrested, stuff like that. Did you know he got arrested the same day?
For what?
She had a phone call to call somebody so her car wouldn't get necessarily impounded because the officer was going to let somebody drive her car off, but she was still going to go to jail. Christian Coleman came down there to the scene and made a fool of himself and got himself arrested.
Is that on the same tape or is it a separate tape?
It's a separate tape.
Oh, okay.
But she was allowed to make a phone call. If I'll send it to your email. But yeah, she was allowed to make a phone call. She called her boyfriend. He pulled up, and instead of saying, you know what, baby, the situation don't look good. You got caught speeding, 100 and whatever plus miles. You just don't have to eat this one, but we're gonna take care of it. I got you. Nope, he go down there, pumping his chest. He get arrested too for obstruction.
Well,
I said, man.
Well, see, that's where the woman takes you down the rabbit hole.
Yep. So when you said that, you know what I'm saying, a smart man, an intelligent man, somebody being able to lead their, significant other, he couldn't even do that, man. In that instant, he could not do that. But that's what I wanted to say, man. Shout out to you, Mella. Don't do that, Mella. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Okay. I'm gonna say something helpful that is authentic and pure.
Hold on.
Oh, you don't want to hear authentic and pure? Okay.
Yeah, hold up, Mella. Go ahead, King of Brooklyn. Talk about this, the topic, brother. King of Brooklyn.
Okay, why he
Y'all done ran him off. Ran him off.
Okay. I want to say something, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to mental health, nutrition is important. I would urge.
Hello, you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Queen.
Go ahead, brother. Speak on the topic,
Queen.
man.
If I call you a queen, when I call you a queen,
brother.
Okay.
Speak on the topic, brother.
Okay, I forget the topic. Y'all talking about this celebrity. I don't do celebrity news. I talk about real things.
We're talking about deviance created Floyd, brother. Deviance.
The deviance to Floyd is a mental illness.
Do you expect him to do? Are they going to cause more damage as we go forward?
No,
The
it's more
deviants
Floyds
did.
out there. It's more Floyds out there. It's not the only one. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. Can I say one thing? When people say that you zesty, all that, as a black man to a black woman, everybody disrespect the black woman. I was married to a black woman. My wife is a black woman. She's in Africa right now. She's a professor. I went to Africa a lot of time, and I love African women. To me, I told people, ain't nothing beautiful as a black woman. And that Queen Melody, she's a very beautiful person. She's very highly educated, the way she talking. And what I'm trying to say to y'all, when a woman make $100,000 a year, y'all,
Mela.
huh?
Mela.
Vanilla, okay, whatever.
Mela.
If she making,
He said whatever.
You know what? We don't have time for this. Now, brother.
Floyd, no, to me, I feel sorry for Floyd in a way I don't feel sorry. You don't touch children. The thing, if somebody who beneath Floyd, who put Floyd to do this and stuff, they know he was a mental case. He was abused as a child.
I agree with you on that.
He was abused as a child. He was it's mainly the passport brothers are abused as a child, but they're not saying. There's mainly abuse as a child. I think.
No, you're right. You're onto something right there, brother.
Is it because they're ugly?
Mellow.
No, it ain't because they're ugly. It's low self-esteem. Listen to me.
If you could be, go ahead, brother.
You could be ugly. You could be ugly, but love yourself. I don't care how good you godchild. You could be ugly, fat, and this whatever. You still godchildren. How you carry yourself. When I say the buck, how the way you look, it's a question. You must hate yourself. You could be fat, love yourself. Fat, ugly, love yourself.
Okay, but
God made you great.
Hold up, King. Hold up. You're on to something, brother. Keep that thought. Stay focused.
The door is.
No.
Passport,
hold up. Let me say this. Hold your thought though. You're on to something. You can perceive yourself to be whatever you are. If you go overseas, you can live your dreams. If you choose to live your nightmares, that's on you. You can be ugly, you can be fat, you can be skinny, and those guys get locked up all the time. They come all sizes, like that. Ugly, cute, whatever you want to call them. And they get locked up. Because it's about you. What do you want in your life? What kind of world do you want to live? Do you want a woman that loves you and you share love? Do you even know what love is? A lot of niggas, see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you niggas don't even know what love is. A lot of you niggas want to stunt. You so busy trying to flex to the next nigga, you forgetting about the woman.
What is love, Platinum?
What's wrong with a woman that you care about, you and her share something? Will it last forever? Probably not. But say you get a good 6-year run with you and that woman making babies and loving each other. Okay, boom, she divorced you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But for them 6 years, you got a 6-year run. And I'm saying all of this, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be the dude that had a bunch of women in my community overseas. I don't understand you niggas. I was like, what's the point? If you didn't like that dude in your city, why you want to be the nigga they don't like in that country? And we see with Floyd. Floyd was a deviant. Floyd was pushed and he became more and more perverted as he stayed there. And that's how the rabbit hole works, man. There are Christian Bibles that don't believe in anything but missionary. Right now, they'll tell you, man, you don't be with your wife unless you don't need to do nothing but missionary. Any departure from that is deviancy. And people behold to that and they hold to that. And they say, we know human nature. We know how the human mind works. When you jump in all that debauchery, it's a rabbit hole, man. And Floyd, to me, I'm looking at him. He was a little bit on the spectrum. He hopped into a rabbit hole. And look at him now. Now he's looking through Brazilian bars. Somebody say he's already he's married. Oh, okay. He's spoken for. They say he's a spoken for man.
He got protectors up in jail. That's why.
Floyd? Yeah, he's married. One of the locals. They put flowers in his hair. They had him walk around in his drawers, and he was chosen a new bride.
Yep, that's Brazil jail.
Man, you out of control, man.
Today is your wedding day.
God. Oh, y'all
Today is your wedding day.
You know what?
Floyd went to Brazil to find love, and he found it in a Brazilian prison. He didn't expect to find it there, but he said, "I'm going to Brazil to find love. Today is your wedding day."
And like I told a lot of people, overseas, there's a lot of beautiful women overseas. You can't miss one. There's a lot of beautiful women overseas. They good women and stuff. You can't go over them girls, whatever you want to call them, working girl, whatever. There's a lot of good women. Meet them at the airport. Meet them at the restaurant that doing something like. And people left America. I spoke to a brother. I think he worked for he's a postal police officer. He said he couldn't get no girls. He making 100. You know what the postal officer make?
Men that can't get girls, and there's always gonna be good women everywhere you go.
But he make $100,000 a year.
Here's what I'm
job.
seeing a lot of, brother. Here's what I'm seeing a lot of, man. It's like there's a whole nother sector. You got the Floyds out here that is like what I call the lower tier men that are just going ahead, kind of grifting their way into the box, right? And then you also have there are also more successful men that choose to monetize the box, you know what I'm saying? And they love they're proud to be tricks. They actually look at it as a form of dominance. And, hey, I'm more, they tell you to get your money right if you want to get with these bad chicks. They're fine with the Instagram model. They're fine with paying them chicks. They're fine with paying the women overseas. They're fine with traveling the world and paying for access to women, everywhere they go. So there's two different types of dudes out here, you know what I'm saying? So some of those guys look at themselves as elite and do it, and other ones look at themselves as they think they're kind of grifting their way into it, and they're trying to use it for clout, so there's a lot of different tiers to this whole situation, man, which kind of makes it's weird to me, man. It's like, I get it. I get it.
You know why it's weird? Because there's another side of belief. Of course, there are women that are left heartbroken for whatever reason. But what I'm talking about is karma. Do you believe in karma?
Hell yeah, you're right. Yeah, I believe in karma.
Yeah.
Maybe Floyd is getting his karma.
Yeah, what goes around does come around. You can cause stuff to happen to you by your.
Well, you know what Floyd said, right? Floyd say he do not like black women. You know that, right?
Mello was making a point, bro.
I'm not surprised to hear that Floyd would say that.
That's what he
said. What
I'm
emphasizing is that in the event that he's an abusive jerk, for lack of a better term, perhaps he's getting his karma.
Floyd has said, Queen, he was on they boy Auston channel. He say he do not like black women. They asked him, would you go to Africa? He said, that's not my tough. I do not like black women. Straightly, that's what he said.
Okay. Everyone is entitled to their preference. What you don't have a right to do is abuse people. And he's an abuser. That's the difference. He can say whatever. Anybody, even you, even me, we can say whatever it is we would say. But when it comes to actions and demonstrations of abuse, that's a whole nother level. And I was just wondering if you think you plant a seed of karma when you abuse somebody, when you mislead, when you deceive, people that aren't telling passport bros what could be awaiting them. They fill their heads with these fantasies about you're gonna just be surrounded by 40 virgins, or whatever, as opposed to telling them the real deal, like you gotta watch your back when you get there. There are resorts that you can check into and, make sure you stay inland and so on and so forth. Like a lot of them are just telling them, go out there and dip your toe into the water without advising them to examine what they're going there for and how to watch their back. There's information that's left unsaid when it comes to these passport bros. Passport bros need to examine what their purpose is. You know, what are you looking for and why? And do you realize
Man,
what's
most of these
awaiting
dudes are
you?
put in the box.
I'm sorry, you know, like they need to be told what's awaiting them in case they start something more than shenanigans. Okay.
Hey, Mel, you know what trips me out about the whole call for the movement is that a lot of these guys act like they're looking for real relationships, but they're not. Yeah. We know they're not. They front like it's a front. It's like, oh, I want a more feminine woman. Man, you don't care what that woman's like. All you care is she gonna spread it. That's it. That's all you care. You know what I'm saying? And it kills me. It kills me when they talk down upon the women here. You know what I'm saying? And then they go over there and say, well, these women are more fit. These women are more feminine. These women are wives. But you're not looking for a wife. Come on, bro. Stop.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference between an alpha male and a beta male?
Floyd?
No, I'm just asking. Because these terminologies are spread throughout.
It's
Platinum, I wasn't speaking with you.
It's subjective. If it's okay with you, Miller.
He's speaking for you.
It does,
okay.
But you know, it does
That's
depend on the crowd
male.
that you're in.
Platinum is alpha male because he spoke for the man.
There you go. Enjoy yourself, Miller.
Hey, but it does depend on the environment.
Weakness, man. We have no time for foolishness. You can go somewhere else, Miller. It's subjective, and it is subjective when it comes to these men right here because they keep trying to live up to a level that they never can. They don't even understand this. A lot of this stuff is not in a book. You guys got to realize this relationship. It's not in the book. What's that song? Rocky Top. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. It's a thing about the jar. Hold up, let me see. They get something from a jar. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Get it from a jar. Let me see. And that's a lot of this stuff, guys. That's why guys think they can where's this damn thing at? Let's say. Oh shit. My lyrics said. Right here. Okay, hold up. Here we go. I shouldn't have to do all of this, man. Right here. It said they get their corn from a jar. That's it. So he's talking about liquor, moonshine. He was talking about moonshine, but that's the thing. Game and stuff, it's hard to get game out of a book. It's got to be OJT. It's got to be on the job training. It's got to come from you. It's instinctive. It's the way you deal with things. You come on YouTube and niggas, they got channels and they talk all this shit and they talk about books. Ain't no book gonna help you. A book ain't gonna do nothing but make you Floyd. If you come on YouTube and you buy a nigga's book, you're gonna be the next Floyd. You can't write a book about the bitch. If you come on YouTube, you listen to these niggas, you're going to be Floyd all over again. There ain't no book about the bitch, brother. That's something you got to know, and that's something that's got to really be there. That's something that's something you got to hold. Go ahead, Hutch.
Yeah, because when I'm talking to the chick, you know, I gotta hit pause real quick. I gotta pull out my book. I gotta flip to page 67. Look at what she said. Get back to it. Like, Lucario said, to do this in this situation. Like, dude, I mean, the reality of it, of the matter is that they're gonna do what they want to do.
What you want, man? If I was a dude, if I was in America, man, and I was hurting with women, I go overseas, I find me a wife.
They're not looking for no wives.
I find me a good woman, man, and I'd be good to that woman, and I have me a family, and I live my life. I don't want to go over there and recreate the same thing, but I want to do it from a male perspective. I want to go, and I want to. What women have a whole lot of choices in America. They have a whole lot of men. I'm gonna go overseas, and then I have a whole lot of choice. I think a lot of these niggas want to be women, though. I keep saying that. When you start really peeling back the onion, these niggas act like women. The complaint is they want to be women. They don't want to, that's fair and stuff. They just want to be women. They don't want to be men. They want to be women. They want to go somewhere where they got a lot of options with women. Women have a lot of options in America. They want to go and do the same thing, and then they're just as abusive to the locals, and that's stupid. That's like Shakari. You're squandering an opportunity.
They want to flip that. They want to flip the script on them.
It seems like it. I'm starting to believe
it. Be chased around, you know what I'm saying?
They want to be chased.
They want to be chased around. They want to be like, oh, they're like, oh, Floyd, just hey, will you just come? Just I'll do anything.
That's why they're getting a face. That's why they're getting a face full of scopolamine.
Ooh. Wake up with a kidney missing.
Yeah, there was a dude in the Philippines. He went over there, he wrote comic books. He was a loser. I'm tired of niggas taking nerd. That dude wasn't no nerd. That dude was a social misfit and a loser. And he went over to the Philippines and he was writing little characters and stuff like that and coloring and shit like that. And he was dealing with the women, the black market, that lower tier community of women. They found him hanging in and outside the door. Somebody popped his ass. And they had to mail the body back to America. And nobody seen anything.
It's like Timothy Reed. You heard about Timothy Reed, right? Went to Colombia, right? He found the Colombian girlfriend. Then also he went on COVID, bought $80,000 in cash to buy an apartment building. You heard about that?
No.
Timothy Reed, look it up. Google up. He was a black man from Atlanta, Georgia. He going to buy a building in a restaurant. So how they treated him, they was talking Spanish. He was scared of his life. He went by himself. And what happened was he bought $80,000 cold hard cash, gave it to the people. He walking down the block and they shot him in the head. And the lady he was messing with, you a black man. You going to Colombia, buy a building and build a restaurant. He ain't got no contract. He was signed some kind. He can't speak no Spanish. They unalived him. A young man. God rest his soul. Look it up, Timothy Reed.
Well, you got to grow up, though. Guys want to go and they want to play with cartoons and play with crayons and play with puzzles. And it's a lot of these dudes.
Those are weirdos.
Yeah, no, well, a lot of these dudes do have a childhood. They're chasing a lot of things that they didn't have in their childhood. Just like the guy said, I got an Airbnb and I got a PlayStation. Okay, it's like who travels to play a video game?
Mental illness.
Yeah,
Mental illness.
he knows the people who come there. He knows a lot of them people are mentally challenged. And the whole passport bro label is just a mask. It's like Floyd cloaked himself in passport bro talk, but behind the scene he was a demon.
There's another one.
Looking to hurt kids.
Thank you. Another one. He's a state worker. He went to Colombia. He put in tattoos on little girls' body. How he got caught? He was messing with youngins, 20 youngins. He's in Colombia jail right now. He was like 40 years old, making $200 on a year. He was some kind of big job in the city. It was in the news. He was a passport brother. It never made the news. All them passport bros are mental illness.
No, not all of them, bro. Like, but I guess there's some people out here that are doing some crazy stuff, man. I wouldn't label everybody that labels themselves that. But like, you know, a lot of them are actually hiding as sex tourists. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole different thing. But what I think a lot of this stuff was like, you know, everybody grew up and you seen guys that was players that, you know, they had a lot of chicks and all this other stuff. You know, they always got girls coming through the crib or they got girls on the phone. And what a lot of these brothers may have missed, they might have perceived those guys as good looking guys or, you know, or alpha males, quote unquote, right? But they didn't see a lot of the work them brothers was putting in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them brothers had to work on their mouthpiece. They was out there talking to chicks. A lot of them dudes was getting rejected a lot of times.
One thing any man can do is learn the language of the country that you like.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a mouthpiece. Just learn how to speak that language.
Yeah. Yeah.
And surprise them you're an American and you speak their language, and then it's not gonna sound like them, it's gonna sound like an American speaking their language.
And I see some of these dudes going overseas, living off a YouTube check. You need a pension. And some guy doing crypto. I don't care about crypto, what do you call that? You need a pension. You could do crypto, but have a pension, support you. I'm living off of crypto, surviving off of YouTube, living in DR. Please, nigga, please.
I mean, I ain't knocking how dude making his money per se, as long as it's legal. But
you need a pension. You need a pension every month.
Pension, bro. That shit's dead, man, for most people, dog. You know, because you're talking to somebody that's actually self-employed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that don't exist. You know what I mean? You gotta.
You could be self-employed if you're rich. If you're rich, how you live on crypto and live on YouTube check a month? If you are Army, militant, or jobs got retired, you could do YouTube because you got money every month. You can't go overseas living over crypto and doing YouTube.
Yeah, hit the stream. Hey, Ms. MJ Pretty, hit the stream. You got to get a woman's opinion up here, man. Hit the stream.
Hey, wasn't MJ up here a couple streams ago? She got some.
Yeah, maybe
insight,
she was. Man. She needs to come back. We need to get a woman's opinion on this thing. Well, you think about these guys that being encouraged to go overseas, and it's one thing to go over there and you find your wife and you're happy. It's another thing to go over there and try to recreate the toxicity and the same dynamic that you're running from. Except you want to put yourself in the top seat. I'm gonna go to overseas, and I'm gonna be dominating and disrespectful, and I'm gonna have a bunch of women and make them chase the carrot. And I'm saying, so you're doing the same. You're not against what's happening. You just upset that you can't do it to American women, but you can do it to foreign women. So you recreate it. That's what I'm saying. These guys looking for mates. There are women over there. If Floyd wanted a wife, guess what? Floyd's in jail. If Floyd went over there, he could have found him a wife.
A nice wife. Beautiful women's in Brazil.
But he chose not to do that. He chose to do what he did.
You know, I don't understand. You look at somebody young when it's sick. You got all them beautiful, fine Brazilian women with thick bodies. That dude is crazy. I don't know. I try to explain myself. He's crazy.
Yeah. They thick. They gapped out over there. All that, man.
You been in Brazil before? I want to go one day. I heard the women are beautiful over there. I ain't going now since that Floyd stuff now.
Yeah, I might go to Colombia, but I probably won't go to Brazil.
You think Brazil got better women than Colombia?
No, they pretty much. It depends on where you go, but it just depends.
How about Dominican women's?
They got their share.
I saw Brazil on YouTube. They got some big women's there. Nice women's.
You gotta take that S off of your woman. When you say
they got some
it's women. No, it's women, and that's plural. You keep putting the S on it.
Yeah, and like I said, I never been to Brazil. I saw a video of the girls there. They're beautiful. I don't understand these dudes. Man, I'll find me a wife that I met in Brazil.
There's beautiful.
You can, and you should. Don't. I mean, if that's what it come down to, you can, man. Don't listen to the guys here. Don't look at what they do. You can find you a wife. You can have everything over there. You can. Don't squander. Let them squander it for themselves. This is a wonderful opportunity for a guy to go to a foreign country. He don't want to deal with the United States. He don't want to deal with the women here. Go over there, man. You can find it, but learn the language and understand. You don't want to recreate the same dysfunction. Just let that go.
All them fine women, all them fine women in Brazil.
And you know, a lot of that though is that like it's when you find something like unique to what you're used to seeing, it may seem like they're more beautiful or something like that. They got the same ranking of women that you see here, dude. People will come from Brazil and come here and be like, oh, there's some beautiful women in America. It's just like they're just different to you. You're not used to seeing women that look like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's beautiful women.
If you see Brazil women, it's something about their color and they just beautiful. I never been there. I would love to go. Now I ain't going now since it's Floyd stuff. They're just beautiful women. It's just their color, their mellow, their skin color, their swag. It's just nice. I saw on YouTube how they look. They are beautiful women.
I've met some Brazilian women here in person. Like I met some that came here. Matter of fact, like about a month ago, there was a young lady that I met while I was out that was from Brazil. She was here doing some kind of medical training that was only available in somewhere in Dallas area. And I mean, she looked like she was cute, but I mean, she's a good looking chick. It's like, I mean, I just get, maybe I'm used to seeing good looking women. I don't know, but like, I mean, I wasn't nothing. I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta hop on a plane, you know?
Yeah. Like the stream, man. Hit the like the stream, man. It's late night. It's Friday. We snowed in. For many people that finally cracking through that snow, we got Uber up. Uber's up and running. Man, it was a trip, man. I had this Uber driver. It was a girl, and she was walking through the snow, man. I'm a man. All that crackling and snow, and she walked through all that snow to hand me my food. So we live in a wild world, brother. Now, what am I doing? I got to pay her to bring that. So what do you want me to do? Go to the car? What do you want me to do? Drive the car from Uber? Hey, man, that's her job, man. That woman had to bring me food. And I was like, damn. That's something else. Ain't that a crazy dynamic? She bought me food, man, in the snow. A woman. My grown ass.
That's
hey, that shit ice, man. I took a sludge hammer. I couldn't even crack it. I said, fuck, that shit ice. There ain't snow. But that's what it is, man. When you ain't got no man, or your man ain't got enough, you got to get out there in that truck and cut through all that snow and bring grown ass men their food.
Hey, Platt, let me ask you a
And
question.
I'm that type of nigga that's gonna let's say, hey, especially if you fine, I'm gonna say, well, so your nigga got you out here freezing? It's like that. It's like that. Your nigga got you out here freezing, bringing grown ass niggas they food. It don't have to be like that, babe. Hey, babe. Ain't gotta be like that. Ain't gotta be like that. Think about what you're doing, babe. You might want to let a real nigga pop that thing. See, that's what I'm saying. You understand that, King of Brooklyn?
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feeling that?
Yeah, I feel it. It's like more of these women are working more than the men's out here. They doing their thing, but they're too strong.
That's their fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they drive Uber, if they with their man and they drive Uber and it's frozen out here and they gotta bring me my food, that's their fault. That ain't my fault.
Can
I ask you a question, y'all?
I felt sorry for the sister too, man. I felt sorry for the sister. It's freezing, freezing, 19 degrees. That sister was in some pajama pants and she bought me all my food, man.
Wow.
And that shit fucked with me as a man. As a man that fucked with me, man. Yeah, I was like, I get the Uber thing, but damn, I am a man, she's a woman. That fucked with me because the dynamic was nuts. She was out there trying her best. She almost slipped. She was out there trying her best to try to maintain her balance and bring me my stuff from her car. But that's her fault, though. That ain't my fault. That's her fault. If she was with a real one, she wouldn't be out there doing no Uber.
Hey, so I had this conversation with a lady, man, and you know how brothers be talking about, chicks be too masculine. Like, so I had a friend of mine, like, she works, she's single. Actually, she's a widow. Her husband passed away, and she's still working and everything, And this guy that she's talking to was like, man, you're just too masculine for me. And I was wondering, like, if a woman got to go out there and get it on her own, can a guy demand that submissive femininity from her if she's out here living in a man's world, holding her own as a man, and he ain't alleviating any of that? Can he demand that same level of femininity?
That's up to him, man.
Yeah, I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying?
That's up to that man. I mean, that's who you
All
date.
right. That's a good answer, man. I like it. All right, yeah. That's real.
You want a feminine woman, though, man. You don't want a woman who's not feminine.
I mean, but I'm like, she out here doing man shit.
Yeah, I got you, brother.
I'm like, she gotta eat. She gotta pay them bills.
They all do.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's a rough world out here. So it's just one thing that I just throw in the question out there. I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer, but like you said, it's up to that man. But like you said, that chick out there in the snow, slipping, sliding to your door, literally.
Yeah, I'm a grown ass man. And she a woman. That shit crazy though. But I didn't make the rules.
Nah.
And she picked her man. So if her man got her out here Ubering, that ain't my fault. I still need the groceries. If her man got her out here slipping and sliding, I still need the groceries though, right?
Yeah, you need the groceries. That ain't
a bad look though. I'm telling you that, bro. If your woman out here in this snow, inclement weather, I can see, okay, you make your girl do something or whatever. You don't want her being at home. but in fucking 19 degrees, bringing grown ass men they food.
Nah, bro, that ain't it.
Do men want to pamper women, King of Brooklyn?
Like I said, I thought I had that. I met a beautiful woman and I love her. We got married. I'm happy. Thanks God, I'm happy with a woman. We both working and I'm just blessed to have a good woman. I went overseas, met her overseas. She's in Africa, so I met her and I fell in love. I ain't mess with none of them. That's when met love and I fell in love. There's some good women's overseas. There's a lot of good women's overseas.
How come men don't want to pamper their women now, King of Brooklyn?
We both pamper each other. It's who you get and stuff. That's all. It's who you get, man. If you find you a good woman, there's a lot of good women overseas.
Right now?
What's that? What'd you say?
No, I'm saying you said you married right now. You married your
Yeah, I married her. Yeah, we got married. I'm happy now. I'm blessed, man. Because I was in America. I was going through a divorce.
So you live overseas or you live here and then she lives
I'm in Brooklyn now. She's a teacher. She's a professor overseas. So we got married and I'm happy now. I got a son from her. We got a kid together. I'm happy. So you can meet nice women overseas. And there's some good women over there.
How come men don't want to pamper their women anymore?
Because they're too strong. You can't be too strong sometimes. There's some good women that if you're too strong, you're gonna miss a good woman out there. Like I said, women in America, not all, they want to be too powerful over a man. And when you pamper a woman, you're weak. They think you're weak, so men don't want to show their weakness in a woman.
I heard that because they make you weak. Okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of dudes want to be pimps, man.
Okay. Well, if that's what they want, that come with a thing called Rico. So I hope they're ready for it.
I mean, they didn't really want to be out there like actually putting them out there, but they influence.
They have it that way. See, now you sound like Shikari. You don't work that way. Now you sound like Shikari. She got her nigga locked up. You see that? You sound when you let a woman misbehave and she stay under your house, how she gonna get you locked up?
Wow. And don't you know a woman, when I work, you know how many women's got men's fired on sexual harassment in New York? It's cool. You can't sell to a woman. They got that power. And that's why I can't take New York the most. Too much sexual harassment, it's getting out of control. If you say a woman toes look nice, you lose your job. They go EOC. These women's got too much power in America. Y'all know what's going on with this sexual harassment. When they put that sexual harassment out, that's when women got the power.
No, you're right. People lie. But I
it's not that women have too much power. Men just don't know how to deal with it, unfortunately.
So you trying to say you work with a bunch of women at a job, and my job, I don't want to work with women because they're problems. When you work with women at your job, you say your toes look nice, you go EOC, you get sexual harassment case. They got too much power in New York.
Only way that becomes a problem is you making advances towards women that don't like you in the first place, and they give signs when they ain't trying to hear nothing from you.
No, it's different. They can flirt with you. You mess with one. You mess with one of them.
Hold up. I just looked at this. She did take her man down. I didn't get that at first. I saw what he said. She needed to contact somebody, and it looks like he showed up and got his ass arrested. So he came down there. I don't know what he was trying to prove. That's what's wrong too, man. You niggas go down there, y'all married, y'all mess with these street chicks, and y'all be trying to prove. And the women gas y'all head up. Y'all be trying to prove that y'all about that life, and then y'all go down there and get locked up. What do you prove?
Thank you.
Not two people gotta get bailed out. You can't co-sign bullshit. If she wrong, man. You tell on the back end, I'll get you out. But you don't go down there and get in the middle of that and talk to the police. Hey, motherfucker, let my motherfucking girl go. You go, motherfucker.
He'll get you locked up.
Yeah. And then they do that too. And you hold up. Hold up. Let me see this. Hold up. I think we got so-and-so up here. Hold up, let me see. We got MJ. What's up with you, MJ?
Hi, Platinum. How are you?
Yeah, hey, you know what? Hold on, MJ, and y'all do this to niggas.
What do
Not
you
you.
mean, y'all? That's what
No,
I
no,
just got here.
y'all get on niggas. Y'all be talking all that crap to men.
No,
Oh,
I
you let
don't do
him.
that.
You
Stop
let
it.
him do.
Stop it.
You
Stop
let him
it,
do this to
Platinum.
me. You let him do this to me. Oh,
Stop
you let
it,
him do this to
Platinum.
me. And then y'all gas niggas up, and they go down there and talk crazy to the cop.
I don't do that,
Oh,
Platinum.
my
Don't
God,
don't.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Get his ass locked up.
No, every woman is not the same, so please don't categorize me with that. I don't do that. I respect men who behave as men, men who are not behaving as men. I don't talk to. I just don't entertain that type of stuff. So I don't know what the actual topic is right now because we're talking about four different things. So you
Well,
have
we
a
talked about Shikari, but we are actually talking about Floyd. But I didn't know that Shikari got a man locked up. I just found that out on this stream. I know she got locked up. I didn't know she went
yeah,
down
that's
there.
crazy to me.
Yeah, her man went down there, got his ass cuffed. He got hooked.
Oh, wow.
And see,
Oh
that's why you
wow.
can't deal with the wrong
Yeah.
type of woman. The wrong type of woman is gonna constantly put you in harm's way because she gonna always say stuff like, "How come you didn't do this?" She gonna ignore what she did, and she be talking about, "You should have did this. You should have did that," and then he gonna try to do it. Your
Yeah.
connection is terrible, MJ.
I know because I'm driving. I'm about to get off my
Oh.
exit now. But we had this conversation about women before. I told you a lot of women lead with their emotions. And it takes a real man that knows how to be a leader to put that in check, in the right type of way. A man who knows how to deal with a woman that has emotions, which all of us do. I don't specifically have that issue with myself because I know how to conduct myself. I know my role as a woman. I know when I'm supposed to fall back. I know when men are talking, I have to fall back because it's not my type of conversation. It's not for me to speak when men are speaking. But they're just like women are emotional. To me, a lot of men nowadays are emotional. It's like they lost the plot. They don't know how to behave. And I think a lot of this has to do with upbringing. Like I said before, it's a lot of dysfunction in our community, and we don't have a lot of leaders to really look up to, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. But as far
She
as,
is right. She is right. She is right. She's
I'm
it
just saying,
right.
categorizing every person, like that, I wouldn't do that because I know that I'm not like that. I would never disrespect a man at all. I've been raised a different type of way. My mom, like I told you, I'm from the hood, but I don't behave like I'm from the hood. I see things, I look at people and I see the way I don't want to behave. So, I look at that and I live my life according to that. I have morals and values and I install them, within my girls, like I told you before. A lot of women don't have that. A lot of women don't have that intuition like they need to. A lot of women don't know how to be women. A lot of men don't know how to be men. They never, learned that growing up. And I do agree that it is a lot of it stems from childhood because this is what you're watching as you grow up, and people enact on that as they grow up. Some people compartmentalize these things and they try to copy other people, but we just don't have, I just feel like the men are just, I don't know what's going on with the men. Where are the leaders? Like, this is how I was brought up. The man is the head of a household, and if the head is on straight, then the body is going to follow. No matter if the woman makes more money than the man, no matter what. If the woman makes more money than the man, so what? If he's leading in the way that he's supposed to lead and fearing God, like I said, then what's wrong with me helping my man? And, I know he's not going to guide me in the wrong direction. He's going to do what he's supposed to do. And he's shown me that by his action, not just by mouth talking conversations. This is an action type of job. I'm an action type of girl. So talk just, is cheap where I come from,
Mhm.
you know?
Platinum, she is telling the truth. The men are weak all today. The men are weak in New York.
Not all men. Not I can't speak for
No,
all
listen
men.
to me. I saw on the train. A woman got beat up on the train. The man sat right there and did nothing. It take me and the woman to fight the man. All the men sat right there and see a woman get beat up.
Yeah, well, some of
I'm from
our,
New York
people.
City.
I understand. Some people normalize that. People see people get beat up all the time. They pull out their video cameras, they video record it, and they post it on screen. That's
They
what I'm
said, do
saying. This
you?
is a different,
They
this is a
said, do
different
you?
type of world that I'm living
Yeah. Hold up. They said, do you have a man? The chat box.
in. None of your business.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead, TD. We interrupted TD. Go ahead, TD. Go ahead, TD.
Hey, Platinum,
Hey.
what you saying, Platinum?
Hold up, brother. Go ahead, TD.
What's up, man? No, I was just saying, like, he's saying that women have too much power now. It's not that women have too much power. Too many men don't don't know how to deal with women. If you actually know how to deal with women, the power that women have is not a problem.
How do you deal with women?
Uh-oh.
Number one, don't take women so seriously. Too many men are making women their entire focal point in life, and that's not what women are here for. A woman is not to be your entire focus. As a
Thank
man,
you.
you're supposed to have your own thing that you focused on.
Now, TD, help me out with this. If the guy, we got to sort of mute you. You got whatever is back and
I
forth.
got you.
If not you, MJ's thing was messing up. If Sha'Carri Richardson's boyfriend, they're not married. If he would have went on that crime scene and made it clear to her that she was wrong, and he'll bail her out, but he's not gonna fight with the police to prove some type of "I love you" shit. Would that not have been a better message?
Yeah, it would have been a much better message. And then, and you have to think about it also. What she was doing. She was doing 100 miles an hour in a 60-mile-per-hour. So, like, nowhere in this country is that something where you're not gonna go to jail for. Like, that's instant. They taking you in. You can bargain, you can beg, you can cry, you can plead. That's jail.
All it takes is a cat, a squirrel to run across that road, and you hesitate. That's all.
Exactly. And you can put everybody else's life in danger.
You're going to lose control at that speed. It's just simple as that. All it takes is just the slight interruption of your focus. Somebody throws a McDonald's bag out, fast food bag, while you're driving. If you say, "I don't want to hit it," there you go. Now you it's a hard curve, and you gotta try to balance yourself, and you got people on the road. So you're going to slam into somebody going that type of speed. That's going to be some deaths. People are going to die when you slam into them going that fast. Then what you're going to do, you got to live with that. Somebody going to tell you, hey, 3 people passed away because of you. You're going to have to go home and go to sleep and take those people memories with you. You're going to be sued and all of that. So, no, it's not worth it.
It's just irresponsible.
And if a man is there saying, hey, you need to do better, you got caught smoking weed, you tried to come at me, you acting a fool, what's wrong with a man saying, hey, Sha'Carri, look, it's like this here. Either change or find you a new nigga. Simple as that.
Bingo. Right there. Exactly.
Well, he doesn't even have to say that. He can just, that's what I'm saying, Platinum. He doesn't have to say that. He can just lead with his actions. And she's going to be not playing. Talk is cheap. Women, we know, we have some dangerous women out here that know what to do with men like that. A real man knows how to, I don't want to say control his woman, but a real man knows what to do. You have to study women because there are many different types of women, and sometimes, and I can say this as a woman, some women I know, who do have money and they think that they're bigger than the program. They think, you can't be a man where you think you can do everything that a man does. Well, here, something happens to you, you're calling a man. You're calling a man. No, you have to mind your manners. You have to learn your place as a woman.
Yeah, the whole jail thing, forget man, woman, is how you get people to stop calling you for jail, stop going down there.
No, just block the call.
No, you ain't got to block them, but they locked up again. You say, okay, well, you'll be down there for a couple of days.
Oh, you're speaking of, okay.
Because believe me, they're not going to like that.
Yeah. You ain't got to block them. Just let them call.
Crazy.
Let them know,
This is
hey, I'll
very
come get you in a couple
irresponsible.
of days.
This
Mm-hmm.
is very
They'll
irresponsible
feed
for
them.
anyone to behave that way.
MJ, they gonna feed them. They're gonna take care of them, but they gotta live down there for 3-4 days. They don't want to do that. You ain't gotta go down there and bail them out, because then they're gonna keep doing shit thinking you gonna come down there bailing them out.
Yeah, but who wants to deal with that, Platinum? Like, who wants to behave?
Don't break
So
the law.
immature. It's immature. Like, no, I'm just saying that behavior, period. Just doing something so irresponsible to land you in jail, period. Like, this
I,
is very irresponsible.
I messed with a chick and she was like that, and I did that, and we broke up. But you know what? I'm not doing no time for her. She didn't want to deal with that. She felt like all her niggas was exposable, disposable, and she could do anything she want because these niggas gonna bend over backwards because she's so fine. So I'm not going down there.
What do men want from women? Like, what is it that a real man sees in a woman? Like a woman that he wants, a woman that he seeks for.
Well, that's an individual response from different
No, I'm
dudes.
just saying in general, from your
Yeah.
perspective, Platinum.
I don't know
You
what
know,
men want in general. I know what I want.
that's what I'm
It, it,
asking you from your
I can't
perspective.
tell you what
it
TD wants.
depends.
It depends.
What
Yeah,
I
it
I mean,
would
depends.
want,
Like
what I would
so,
want
it depends on.
go ahead, brother.
mhm.
Go ahead.
No, it depends. Like, there's different type of men. So, like, you got marriage minded men. You got men that are looking for a just companionship without the commitment. There are men that just want to smash. There's a lot of different. You have to really look at what the objective of the man is, and that determines what he wants out of the woman. So it's going to vary. So, like, and I think that's where we get it wrong. And there's women that fall in the same type of categories,
Yep.
and that's why we have so many misunderstandings in how relationships interactions are. So, and the brothers will lie. Like these brothers right here, like these a lot of these brothers that claim they're going overseas, they're lying. They're saying they're looking for feminine women that are wives, but they're not.
Not at 17 and being
They're looking
underage. Like,
for
you
they're
can't
looking
be
for
at that
pliable
age.
women that they're looking for pliable women that could do the
I like that
deviant
term.
deeds that they want to do with them.
Yeah, but that takes
You know,
manipulation from the
so it
man to
depends.
be able to manipulate the young woman. They have to be very immature. Someone that they can control. So this takes a particular type of woman
You
for a man to do that.
no,
So
MJ, you
And
can
that
go overseas and you can meet someone who's half your age. Now look, I get it. Whatever. I get it. That ain't your thing or whatever. But I'm
no, it's
saying within the criticism, I'm just saying a man could be 42, he could meet a woman overseas who's 22. The whole thing is this. He's going to have to assume the role of help and helping her grow into her womanhood. He's going to have to assume that role. Now some men don't want to do it, but some men do want to do it. So you're
yeah.
saying, what does the man want from the woman? He wants her to be fertile. He
Mhm.
wants her to be a good mother. He wants her to listen and learn. And from that perspective, they can grow together. So that's what I'm saying. What is his contribution? Well, he'll bring her resources she would never have. And then when she's 40 and he's 60, maybe he done bit the butt. He's out of here. Maybe he's dead. Guess what? She inherits all of his retirement and everything, and she can then at 40 go and pursue whatever she wants to, help her family and live her life. So you have to be willing to compromise. So I get it. He's not you 22, he's 42. Well, I don't want to date no 42-year-old man. Well, that's one aspect of dating a 42-year-old man. And that's why guys don't want to deal with American women, because they don't see no upside to it.
Yeah, but what happened to courting? What happened to learning who it is that you're dealing with to see if you're even compatible? Why just blow through this woman and that woman, because you're just eager to do so? I mean, I'm from the old school, where they used to court, you meet the parents, you meet the family, you find out, the type of woman that she is, you find out the type of man that you're dealing with, and then you decide if you want to deal with that person, after you've seen
because
some things of heard some things. People don't do
because
that
some
anymore.
because some of them are only to be blown through. That's the only chemistry that two
That's
people have.
horrible to say. I know it's true, but
No,
it's
it's
horrible
no,
to
it's no,
say.
no, no. You have to look at it like this. everybody's not meant to be together long term like that. Like you know how they say, people come into your life for a reason, for a
But
season,
it
things
can
like
be
that.
though. It can
No,
be.
no,
I
no,
don't
no, no,
agree with
no,
that.
no, 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 no. If you and this person are not meant for that kind of compatibility, that's fine. That's
This
how
is
it
what
goes.
courting is for.
Everyone,
That's what I'm saying. Courting. That's what courting is for. They don't
right?
do that anymore. People just jumping into
Wait. Listen. In the process of courting, some of them you get to know and you realize, okay, this is not going to be long term, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem I see is that a lot of people are with people who they should have just made a short term thing and moved on, but instead they want to try to turn it into something long term, and no matter how hard they try, it just continues to be a problem.
Yeah. A
People
red
people
flag is
don't
a red flag.
people
And
don't
you
let
gotta
people
go.
go.
When you look at what
Yeah,
happened,
a red flag is a red flag. People don't understand how to let people go. And this is what I'm saying. A lot of people, it depends on how you are brought up. The way that I think is totally different from what I've been hearing on this stage. I just don't operate like that. But I do know a lot of women who do operate in chaos. A lot of women who bust windows and tires, when they can't get their way because the man don't want them. I mean, there are so many different women that behave in different ways. But what I'm saying is, if a man if a man meets a woman and he leads that woman the right way and fear God, she's going to follow him, hands down. A man know
Only
what
if
to do with a woman.
only
I'm
if
saying
that woman is
if
hold on. Only if
I'm
that
telling you
woman
what
is
I know.
only if that woman is attracted to that man.
It doesn't have
Y'all
to the mind should
yes,
attract.
no,
Not I
no,
yes,
mean physical is
yes,
important.
yes, yes,
MJ,
Physical should is
MJ,
important. I
MJ,
agree. But the
not, not,
mind, you
no,
could be the
MJ,
ugliest nigga in the world. If your
It
mind is
none
on
look,
point
look
and you doing what
MJ,
you're
I don't
supposed to
even know why.
do,
listen.
MJ, women shouldn't even factor that in. We live in a different world, right? MJ,
go
a
ahead.
lot of
I'm
times
listening.
for women, because beauty is subjective, right? For a
Thank
lot
you.
of women, the ugly nigga is their best choice because that's the one that doesn't break their heart. That's the one that doesn't leave them when they get older. But see, we live in a different world now. We live in a social media world where that matters. Now, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So, look, the woman, if that was me, I would show up on the side of that street and I would have been like, okay, you want me? You give me the car. If Shakari would have said anything about me being involved, I wouldn't have took the car. I would have said, I hopped in my car and left.
Is everything okay?
I would have hopped in my car and left Shakari and she could get out of jail on her own. But there's no way.
Platinum?
What you don't hear me?
Am
I'm
I
not
still
going to
here?
jail.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you, MJ. I
you
can't.
might have
I
to
can hear
leave
you.
and come back, drop down and come
Yeah,
back.
I can hear you. You can't hear me. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
I can hear
sir.
you fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I
Yeah.
can hear. I couldn't hear anything.
Yes,
You know,
Can
StreamYard
you
does
hear
that
me now?
sometimes. Like
Can you hear me
I
now?
reckon that's a
it blocks
problem.
you out.
Dude, I think she got no man and she miserable with her life. And she
Wow.
blaming all the mans.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
think she's
whoa,
miserable.
whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
Wow.
But I think
I
she
thought
hate
That's a deep
mans.
one.
I
I
think
thought it was
Why
my
why we gotta
queen, my
choose violence
queen.
like
I
this?
thought it was my
Wait, I missed the whole
queen.
point because I didn't hear
Yeah,
anything
I
for a
don't know
while,
where
so
that
I don't
came from.
understand what's
My
going on
I
right now.
don't
queen, I
either.
love you, my queen.
That
Now
was
listen,
crazy.
look at
Look,
him
look,
now. Wow.
listen.
Dang.
I was taking off for her now. I think that she hurting now. Somebody did her wrong and she hurting now.
And what's
Wow.
wrong?
Why
Hold
we
on,
Somebody
hold
gotta
on.
did her
catch
And
a
what's
wrong.
wrong with that?
stray?
No, no. And what's
Somebody
wrong
did
with
who
that?
wrong?
Hold up, MJ. Hold up. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So what she went through it. What's wrong with that, brother? Help me.
No, I'm saying this like she's talking about men's is 50%. When I'm saying to her like this and stuff, there's a lot of good men's out there.
I don't know what's
But
going on.
I can find her a man, Pookie. He's a good man in
Well,
Brooklyn. He looking for a good woman. Queen, will you marry Pookie?
What? I don't even know what, bruh. All right, bruh.
I can't even hear if I don't know
Yeah,
what
don't
was
worry about it.
said.
You
What
going
happened?
out on this one. You don't want to hear that.
Oh, oh, what? Oh, good,
This
good. Thank
nigga
you,
up here
God.
talking sideways.
I'm just capping. I'm
This
just
nigga
capping. That's
talking
all. I'm just having fun.
sideways, bro.
I'm
You hear
capping.
that
I'm
shit
having
he's
fun.
saying?
I did not hear anything. Fortunately,
I say
thank you.
before. I say
I
before.
don't know what
What kind
happened.
of man you looking for, Queen? What kind of man you looking for, Queen? What kind of man you looking for?
It's like I'm going in and out, Platinum, or you guys are going in and out. So I'm
Look,
not sure what's
drop
going on.
down and come back, okay? Just drop down, come back. All right.
Okay, let me remember how to do
Okay.
this.
Drop. I'll help you with it. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
do it because you know how to.
And come back. Okay. There you go. There you go. And we real good at dropping you down. Okay. I mean, I got what you're saying, but you sort of, I don't nothing because it don't even matter.
No, I'm saying like this right now. She probably hurt before, and she hate mans. She probably hurt. She
A
got
lot
hurt
of people
before.
been hurt before, though.
Yeah, men and women. Like, dude,
What about it? I mean, that don't make sense. What you saying? Maybe she has been. What's your point?
I'm trying to figure out where he get the hate from. Because why you
No,
think she hate men?
I'm just saying. I'm just joking. I'm saying this stuff. She was hurt before, and she hard to find a good man. There's a lot of good men out there. You ask her about a man, she won't answer that. There's a lot of good men. That girl who put that man in jail, a lot of women do that every day. Put men in jail for lying.
They do that. They do that.
And I said before, this is a woman world. Y'all understand? In America, this is a woman ruled the world. I keep telling you that. Woman ruled the world, man. That's why people leave America. I spoke to a passport brother. He told me he left America because the women control things. They take their house, their money, the car. They take everything overseas. They don't do that overseas. That's why I like some of the passport bro. They're not all bad. They left America because they hurt. They is hurting. You got me now?
Are you what they call it? Help me with it, TD. Are you what they call it when you're always on the other side?
A contrarian.
A contrarian. Are you a contrarian, King Brooklyn?
I don't know what that contrarian mean. What that mean? Just say other side. What it is? No, I call her a queen.
Like right. When Mella was up here, you on her side. Now you're against MJ. You sound like a contrarian, brother. Like you always.
No. What you was saying?
What did I do? What I do? What did I do? I don't even know what I did.
Hold on. Now I don't know. I'm gonna regret this. Please forgive me. Everybody up here. I'm gonna regret this. Freddie, he was in the chat box. He got I think that was it might not have been Freddie. That was somebody. That was Texas Puncher, I think. Freddie, go ahead, Freddie. Go ahead, Freddie. Go ahead, MJ. You didn't do nothing wrong. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, so I don't know what was said, what was spoken.
I don't know what's going on with Freddie.
Okay.
I don't know why King of Brooklyn. Maybe King of Brooklyn just likes to attack people. Because I thought he liked.
Can you hear me, Platt? Am I coming through? Because I'm hearing a whole lot of commotion in the back.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, no, yo, no,
Yeah, his phone fucked up. Yeah, King of Brooklyn, mute up. Thank you. Just don't unmute till I say so. All right, brother. Look, when all is said and done,
and it came back in because I'm delayed. I'm hearing the delay on my end.
You hear it now? You hear me? You hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. You had something to add?
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Usually when Brooklyn on, man. Yo, I'm gonna just be short with it.
We're listening.
Man, that shit's delayed, man. That shit's delayed. I can't hear shit. What's going on?
Okay, your phone fucked up, bro. I don't know. Go ahead, MJ.
I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of confused at what happened.
Yeah, don't take it personal, MJ. It's like
no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not accustomed to. You said he attacked me, but I don't even understand.
Would you get your dude? You got how many daughters you got, MJ?
I have two daughters.
How would you feel if they told you they got their dude locked up?
We would have to have a conversation about that.
You hear that? You want to
Yeah,
know
we'll have to
why,
have a
right?
conversation. Of course, that's what I'm saying. I would have to have a conversation. My daughters are. I don't raise them like that. Like I'm old school. I raised them old school, and we're gonna do things that way because it works out better. For me, I can't speak for anyone else. So I teach my daughters, a certain way. So they want to get themselves together. If they're gonna meet someone, I would rather them. Well, they would rather as well. To have someone that can, be a leader. When women marry, for my daughters, if they marry, they want a husband and a wife. I don't want to be, a
Mm-hmm.
girlfriend or a boyfriend. You want husband and wife material,
Mm.
so don't waste your time, with these people that are not trying to do that,
Would you?
and if
Would you?
you know.
MJ? Would you tell your son-in-law don't help her? He's married to your daughter. This Shikari thing. If that's your daughter and she's on the highway and she's been running 104 miles, and your son-in-law is going down there, would you tell him to stay out of it?
Yeah, that's irresponsible. Like, you got to, you made your bed hard, you got to lay in it. It is what it is. That's how we learn through our mistakes and our actions. We
Mm-hmm.
can't keep, doing, bailing everybody out every time and stuff like that. People have to learn their lessons. And this is how we learn and move forward, look back at the mistakes and don't do the same thing again. Why would you go running down there? She knows she's going 50,000 miles an hour. You going to jail. So you got to pay your consequences. But there's a cause, there's an effect. Like you said, she could have hurt somebody. You could have did
Man,
for whatever reasons that she was doing it. This is why we as women we have to keep level heads,
and,
even when we're upset.
and
You
that's the
can't just
thing.
do what you want to do.
Yeah, we can't drive. I'm saying it. I'm being for real. Go get on the highway, man. We can't drive. We can't. People will jump. Just when you start to go 70, 80, that's when they jump right in front of you. You trying to go,
No.
that's when they slide right in front of you. Like, God. So you move out the way, and then
Yeah,
here
I'll
comes
get out the
somebody
way. I
hitting
was
their
like, okay,
brakes.
you can
They
have
hit their brakes. You be like, damn, I can't. You know better. You say, I can't drive because I already know how people are. In my city, there's a little curve. It's like really, really wide. And you can floor it there. And I almost think they let you do it. You can go 110
Oh
because
my
it's
God.
like a real wide curve. But then once you get back on the highway, you got to slow down. But they be waiting after the curve. They be posted up after the curve. If you come blowing through that curve, they got you. But on the curve, they don't mess with
Oh my gosh.
you. No, you got to
Yeah,
have
it's
a really
crazy.
nice car because you got to have a real nice car to hold that curve. You
Yeah.
can't do that in no Ford Focus.
What are we talking about?
And them the ones
Wow.
that get in the way. It's them damn Ford Focuses because you riding through in the Ford Focus.
I don't
You
know.
done
It's
plowed
just a
into the back
different type
of
of
it.
time. People just do what they want to do. They don't really care about rules anymore. They just drive how they want to drive. That's what I'm saying. It's just not like how I was coming up. So this world is like totally different to me. The things that I see, even the way people drive. So I just let them go. I give them the right of way. I'm not getting in the way. I just get out the way. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
yeah,
the
thank
way
you
to
for
do it.
having me, Platinum.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
like your streams because you do talk about things that are very interesting. The type
Yeah,
of
don't worry about the chat. You're welcome up here. Don't ignore the
Oh,
chat.
I don't, that stuff doesn't bother me. I don't,
Okay.
people want to say what they want to say, whatever they're saying. I really don't care about that. They don't know me and I don't know them. You invited me up and I came up and I spoke my mind and that's it. People are entitled to their opinions. They're like assholes. Everybody has one. So
It's
I
a
don't really
dude in
let
the
that bother
chat box. He got a serious problem with you. I don't. He kept
me.
trying to come up here, but he couldn't get his phone to work.
That's okay. It's okay.
I don't know what's going on with this brother.
Get in line, brother. It's okay. You know.
Platinum, this is a woman world, Platinum. Man should not be in jail over a woman lie. This is a woman world. That's why she lied. I call her queen. She's a queen. She'll write on certain thing. This is a woman world, Platinum. We lost. Women's control America. That's all it is.
That's not the truth. A
You
real man
sound
wouldn't say anything like that.
you sound defeated when you say stuff like that, brother.
Yeah, a real man would never say that. I'm confused. I
You
would
know how many
never
women,
say that
you know
this
how
is
many
a
men's
woman's
in
world.
jail over a woman? You know how many men's in jail over a woman over a lie?
Control your actions. I mean, look, you got to make decisions at some point in your life.
He did.
You
He
can't
did.
just
He
keep
did.
pointing the finger at the woman.
If he did not go down, if he did not go down there, he would not have gone to jail. When she called him to tell him what was going on, we know that she has a history of being trouble. Instead of going down there, he should have just let her deal with the
But
consequences of going to jail.
listen,
You
brother.
got to do that. No, no.
Women control
Hold
the
on, hold on.
world.
And you got to do that as a man.
This guy, I
Okay.
don't know
As
what's
a
going on with
man,
this
yeah, we
guy.
got. Hold on, hold on. Now, as a man, you have to do that to your woman. And since some things, as a man, yeah, she pretty, yeah, she fine, but guess what? As a man, you got to discipline her. And I don't mean that in the wrong way. I mean, like
I
you,
understand. I
yeah, you
understand that.
already told her I ain't bailing you out. And then boom. And that's another thing. You talk to her mom, hey, so and so, she getting locked up. You say, listen, I already told her about that. I don't know why she keep getting in trouble.
A
Well,
woman gonna
no,
do
no, I'm not doing
platinum.
nothing. You can go down there.
A
You can
woman
go
gonna
down there.
do
I'm not.
whatever a man
I'll see her
allows her
Monday.
to do.
Yeah, I'll see her Monday. Oh, you gonna let her stay in there for 3 days? Yep. I'll see her Monday.
A woman gonna do whatever a man allows her to do, and vice versa. It's just what it is. You have to stand on principle. You got to stand for something, else you're gonna fall for everything.
Platinum, can I ask Queen a question? Queen, if your man cheat on you, would you call the cops on him?
No, well, for what?
If he don't want, if he don't want you, if he cheat in a woman in bed, would you call the cops on him?
No, for what? I'm gonna go my way. You gonna go his way. What I'm gonna do all that for? I don't like cops and
I'm
all. I
asking a
like to live my
question.
business.
Is you
No, I
married?
said it 3 times. Yes, I'm married.
So if your man don't want you and cheat with another woman, would you call the cops on him?
For what? For what? I'm going my way. I don't look. I'm not starving for nothing. I know what I bring to the table. So if he want to choose to go his way, then go your way. I'm not gonna be running
So
behind no man
so
for
so
what?
so do you think that innocent man in jail over a lie of a woman is right?
Did somebody hurt you? Like I don't understand
No,
this
you're not.
question.
That's my question. That's my question. Innocent man in jail or because a woman lied.
I don't know. I can't speak for every woman. I can only tell you from my experiences. I don't. I'm not out there like that. I'm not in the world like that. I play the background. I'm in the shadows. I don't entertain myself out here in this world like that because there's nothing out there for me. So I can't tell you and speak on every woman and what they will do. It depends on the circumstances, and we don't know what that is. Now, if you've gone through that, I think you should state that instead of just trying to put it out there like you're putting it out there.
So you think that man deserved time in jail? He went
I
down to
never
service
said.
station.
Are you listening to me, brother?
Yes, Queen.
Okay, I think if you've gone through something, I think you should say that and don't just put it out on a woman. I don't understand your line of questioning when I've already answered you.
So the question I'm asking yourself, you think women control America or men control America? Why you think Pastor Brother leave? Because the
You know
women's
what? We're not gonna
women
let you
control
ask that question because you keep putting them S's on your take the S off, brother. Women is a plural. That's a
Platinum, give
plural.
the brother a break. Don't do it to the brother, Platinum.
Bro, I said we're not gonna let you ask that question no more. You keep putting the S on women, bro. That's not how it goes.
I'm weak. That was so weak right now. Don't do that. Platinum, don't do that.
So I'm asking one question. One more. Before you
That's
go. One
crazy
more.
work right there. It's
Before you
crazy
go. One
work.
more before you go.
Say it the
I'm asking
right
a
way.
question.
Hold on. Say it the right way, King of Brooklyn. Women.
Women. I'm asking
Yeah,
one
take
question.
that S off,
I
brother.
can't hear you guys if you're saying anything. But I don't know, Platinum. I don't know if you can hear me. I can't hear you. Just drop me.
Well, we can hear
It's
you.
time for
Okay,
me to
man.
get off this line.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone, for
Yeah,
having me.
she's
Thank
left
you
us,
for your
man.
questions, and I hope everyone has a.
There you go. She's out of here. We freed her, man. She don't know how to get off StreamYards. And I used to be like that. When I first found StreamYards, I ain't know how to get on. I ain't know how to get off, man. Like the stream, man. Like the stream, brother. Now we see Shikari. That seems like I'm looking over here. They doing a lot of streams on Shikari. She got her nigga locked up. We talked about it, but we had another stream to go to. And we can revisit that though. She went out here and got her nigga locked up, but that's his fault.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All he had to do was leave her down there.
Mm-hmm.
They taking me to jail. For what? They say I was speeding. Oh, you'll be all right. I'll see you in a couple of days, babe.
That's his fault, bro.
Yeah. You can't even put the blame on the woman for that. All he had to do was leave her down there to let her go to jail. She'll be all right.
Like I said, in New York, a lot of brothers in jail for a lot of women. They in jail for a lot of women.
You know why? Because a lot of brothers dealt with women that they knew they shouldn't have been dealing with. They had the red flags and the signs, and they still didn't let those women go. We're gonna
You're
tell
right
the
about
whole
that,
part.
brother.
We're gonna tell the whole part of the story. A lot of times, these women, you see that these women are no good and they are not good for you, and they still deal with them. I've had friends that I've seen that happen to. I've had
Wow.
things happen to when I was a younger guy, and was like, you know what, I should have left this girl alone. And I tell you, when I realized that and started paying more attention to how they move instead of what I'm just focused on, as a young man, my life got a whole
Wow.
lot better. I don't have those problems with women because I know when she's doing something that she don't need to do, I know to let her go.
Got that man locked him in jail for nothing. He's in jail for nothing.
He's in jail because he's in jail for being a fool. He did that to himself. He should have been let that girl go. This ain't the first time she done
You ain't a real
caused him
nigga until
trouble.
you ain't a real nigga until you done turn something down now, King of Brooklyn.
Exactly.
You knew over here, you ain't heard that, but you ain't a real nigga until you done turn some pussy down. Now, come on, brother.
Mm.
You say
I know a guy.
You say you been turning. You know what? I'm gonna block this nigga in the chat box. Nigga in the chat box say you been turning down. What? Get your ass out of here, nigga. Come over here with that.
You know what? I feel so sad for so many brothers out there going down in jail. They shouldn't be in jail. I was telling them it should not be in jail over a woman. This have to stop. That's why I love my president, Donald Trump, is stopping this mess. Man's going to jail for child support, all this kind of line. That's why I love my president, man.
I heard that. Well, we trying to figure it out, man. That's all we trying to do. We got the Floyd. We know Floyd is with the shits. He's in jail. They're cracking those C drives. They're taking their time. It takes time. He's got months and months and months of data, maybe even a whole year of data. That takes time. You got to go through each scene and frame. And his true intentions was to prey on kids, though. You can see that right now. He just came to you niggas like he was a regular nigga. He had other alternative motives. And are we making more Floyds? Are we doing nothing but manufacturing more Floyds? With all of this go overseas and all of that stuff?
You know what, Platinum, I like about you? No Diddy. You're just a good brother. You just put people on when people trying to block other people. You still give people a voice. That's what YouTube do. Platinum, I give you honor. Thank you. And I love your show. I watch it all the time. You know what I tell you? I salute to you, brother. No Diddy.
Okay, brother. Well, I don't know where you're getting the Diddy. We don't really do the gay stuff.
No, you tell a man that you love, you gotta say no Diddy. You gotta put that.
You don't love me. Hold up, you love my content.
I love your content. Your content's
you don't
pretty
love
good.
me, so I don't know what you mean by that. You don't believe that you have to validate yourself every. Yeah, that's and that to me that in itself has certain homosexual leanings.
No, I said I love your
Every
content.
other word.
This is exactly why they be calling you Zesty the chat, bro.
And pause and all that. That's some gay niggas.
It's the women's. It's the I love you, no Diddy. It's like all that. Man, you gotta chill with that, bro. Like it's not. You gotta.
But hey, man, we did our best, man. Look, like, share, support. We're just all we can do is do our little thing, man. Look, like, share, support. We're talking about Floyd. We're gonna come back to this. Floyd will be tried. We're gonna stay with the Floyd case. I wanted to come up and say, hey, look, deviants created him. Deviants created Floyd, and they know they did. They created him.
So
And
what
we
happened to
out,
Floyd?
man.
So Floyd really in jail? What you were
Yes,
saying?
sir.
He's somebody queen in jail for real?
Floyd is in jail. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Now let's say he's somebody queen in jail.
Show
You
the
say he
video
got
where he got locked up.
Yeah, he probably married by now, though.